जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन गिरिवरधारी राधा कृष्ण की श्री जगन्नाथ बलभद्र मैया की श्री गौर निताय की निताय गौर श्री प्रेमानंद। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा रामयं ददामि स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथामृतं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं मुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं गायते गिरियत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः अभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचेत् श्रीविष्णु 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 Hare Krishna. Thank you, first of all, for inviting everyone. I'm not using the yeah. Hare Krishna. So, firstly, I'm very grateful to Mahesh Prabhu and Prashanti Mataji, because of whom I'm today here. I'm sitting in front of you. They are very, very sincere family, as you may all have seen. Their only intention is to give Krishna to everyone, and such sincere families are very rare. Very rare to see. I'm very grateful to my servant, Mahesh Prabhu and Prashanti Mataji ki Jai! And I'm also grateful to Himanshu Prabhu, Survi Mataji, and many other families, Prabhus, Matajis who are supporting this endeavor here. And I'm also grateful to the host of this house, Mataji. Thank you. Prabhuji.
Thanks for
Thank you.
giving us an opportunity.
I'm so fascinated looking at your flat.
You
Why?
can also
Because,
shift.
huh?
You can also shift floors.
Yeah, no, really. No, I mean, when we came to the Gachibowli area, we did not have, we saw many apartments, but I don't think this was constructed. So if I would have seen this apartment, I would have sold my kidney and taken this. Because the beauty is such a big hall, right? Hall is the place where people live. Bedroom is the place where people die. I don't know, or any other place. But this is a place where people interact with each other. Such a big hall, and such a nice place that can be used in service of Krishna. And such a nice altar, where Radha and Krishna are so relaxed. I was just observing them when I came. I've never seen such a relaxing idol. Where both of them are just sitting together on the top and watching the whole world and the whole Guru Parampara. And
If you have not noticed, behind Yamuna Nadi is there, Govardhan Giri is there, Gopalaks are there, Matas are there. If you have paid notice.
I have not noticed yet. Really a very scenic place. That's Central University, right?
Yes.
Hey Krishna, what a view. So, that's very beautiful house, Mathu. Thank you for inviting Prabhuji and Mathu. And thank you all for everybody who has taken time to come today evening. Today we'll discuss something that is very applicable to our lives. Very, very applicable. All of us will one day leave this world. One day or night, that is certain. Which day we don't know. Right? Which day we don't know. It's very scary for many people to even think, oh, tomorrow I'm going to leave, or today I'm going to leave, or maybe now I'll leave. Right? But which day it will happen, none of us know. So that's the suspense of this world. What is the most hidden thing in this world is the time of death. Time of birth and time of death. These are the two things which we have no control. Which have no control. A human being can create so many machines, gadgets, artificial intelligence, everything he can do, but he cannot predict these two things. Time of birth and time of death. Disease also to a certain extent he can control by delaying it or by adding some medicine to it or by being healthy also. He can control but not stop. Old age also he can control by having a good lifestyle. Right? He can try to be young. He can extend his youth. But old age will come. But he can control to a certain extent. But birth and death nobody will control. The time you're going to take birth, you might say, probably cesarean I have only planned. I've gone inside, I'm planning the time of birth. That also you think you're planning, but it's not you. It's not you. Many people, if they think that I can plan the time of birth, then you go into the operation theater and something else might happen. Something else might happen. Something very inauspicious can happen. So even the time of birth is not completely in your control. Completely it's out of your control. And what to speak of the time of death. Right? Time of death. So today's topic is about how to prepare ourselves for both of these things. Time of birth and time of death. This is the only knowledge which only Bharatvarsha can give to the entire planet. No other country, no other religion, no other so-called belief system can give this much clarity of how to and what to do at the time of death. Right? How do we prepare ourselves? But Paji, why do I need to prepare? Somebody might ask, why do I I'll also die. Right? Well, we'll also die, but it matters, it really matters. What is your consciousness at the time of death? Right? Nobody will die laughing, that is for sure. So see picture of that. Right? Shah Rukh Khan is dying, he is laughing and dying. Salman Khan is dying, laughing and dying. Or I don't know, Chiranjeevi, did he die? Telugu heroes never die. I don't know. Right? But point is, when we are dying, what is our consciousness? Really matters. Really matters. Are we fearful? Are we happy? Are we satisfied? Are we sure? Are we sure what is going to happen? Are we sure and certain? Yeah, I read Garuda Puran. Prabhu, I read Garuda Puran. I also read Bhagavad Gita. I also read some other scripture. But पता नहीं Prabhuji, उतना भरोसा नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को, whatever you told. So how are we dying and what is our consciousness while we are dying really matters. So whole life is a preparation for death actually. In true sense, it is a preparation of how are you going to manage that moment when that moment comes. But it's going to come for certain. Every single person sitting here one day has to see that. No matter who we are, what we are, how much wealth we have, what kind of health we have, right? We have to see that moment. But when that moment comes, and we get to know, so if you are fortunate, you will get to know when you are going to die. Or possibly around what time or which day or which month, if you are fortunate. Probably, if I know, then how can I live? Right? Some people get diagnosed with cancer and they tell maybe 6 months. It's a very difficult thing to know, right? Your entire life changes after that. Entire life changes. If somebody tells you 6 months more, right? Your priority, Aparna Zenith will look very differently, right? You are no more fascinated with how many towers are there, which lift is working, how is the MC functioning. You are no more fascinated with what is the real estate value, square feet rate, isn't it? You are no more fascinated with your future plans to invest or your knowledge about American elections. You are no more fascinated with what is a new technology gadget that is coming, and definitely not fascinated with iPhone 17, which is still not released. Right? Your complete priority will change as soon as you know that the time has come. So this is the story of a person, Parikshit Maharaj, who got to know when is he going to die. Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Puran, one of the best, the conclusive writing of Veda Vyas, of preparing us for the moment of death. How important scripture it is. Right? And the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam is it is just not giving an instruction of what we are supposed to do when we are going to die. ये इतना ही बता रहा है कि हमको क्या सोचना चाहिए मरते वक्त. ये दिखा भी रहा है कि लोग कैसे सोचते हैं. It is also showing how people have prepared their lives for this moment. It's a knowledge that cannot be repaid with anything we have. If somebody thinks, bro, you can take a set, you cannot afford it. You cannot afford it. Why you can't afford it? Monetarily, you might bring the set to your house. But to read and understand is only a blessing can happen. Only when a blessing comes, you can read and understand. Monetarily, you can buy कितने पूरा रूम भर सकते हैं भागवतम जी के. रोज ही मेरे पास 15 लाख है, मैं दे रहा हूँ. पूरा भागवतम मंगाओ. और रोज ही मेरे को एक सेट चाहिए. Whatever price, 6,000, 8,000, 9,000. But you may not understand it. You may not read it. Or even if you read it, you may not understand or assimilate it. Because that is only based on blessings of devotees. Bhagavatam. Bhagavatas, Bhagavatam. Bhagavatas are nothing but devotees. Bhagavan is Krishna. Narayan. Right? Bhagavan. And everyone who serves him are Bhagavatas. Right? So, this is a book or books. Because we can't have 18,000 shlokas in one single book, they've been divided into 18 books, which is nothing but 12 books, as you can see. I'm pressing it, it's not coming.
We have the books there.
We have the books there.
It's free.
Oh, I can see it here. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. You can keep it. No, you can keep it. I'll take it. I promise. Yeah, as you can see, here is a book. I can see that Telugu and English are there, and 3 of them have been opened. Great. Right? So that's nice. So Bhagavatam is brought and open, and somebody reading it also. It's very nice. Otherwise, Bhagavatam, Prabhupada gave Bhagavad Gita as it is. And people thought we should keep it as it is. Bhagavatam luckily is not mentioned Bhagavatam as it is. It's Srimad Bhagavatam. So, but some devotees thought maybe we should follow the same principle of Bhagavad Gita. Keep it as it is. Once I asked one devotee, "Oh, cover क्यों नहीं निकाल? तो धूल लगेगा." धूल लगेगा. निकालोगे तो धूल निकलेगा. अंदर का धूल. Right? If you open the cover, then the dust inside will go. Forget about the dust that will fall on it. Yes, it's an invaluable asset. Right? So, see, there are many things in life we plan according to what we want to achieve. Like, for example, you all have children, or some of you, you are no more children, you are adults now, right? So you wanted to plan a good life, a good flat, a good settlement in your life, right? Which is natural. Prabhuji's and Mataji's both, right? Prabhuji's are thinking, how should I find a good job, and so that I can afford a good house, right? Good car, good society, all that, Prabhu is planning. An intelligent Mataji is planning how to get that person as my husband. So everything comes along with it. And really, it's a smart thing. Right? Won't career, calm, Infosys, Wipro, whatever company. They're not very respectable place to go and work. Nobody respects anybody there. Right? When you need, you keep. When you don't need, you shoot them out. Khatam. That's all. So why if somebody is smart should go and work in these places? Instead, find a person who will work and take care of the house so that Mataji can focus on bringing up children who are going to, take the family to the next phase. Right? Smart way. Yeah. Some Matajis also prefer to work, and sometimes you need to work. Sometimes, what to do. We've got a flat which is more than our capacity to afford, so both of them have to work. Right? Who multiple reasons. Nothing wrong about working or not working. Vedic women also work. Right? Vedic women also work. But that's not the topic today. Point is, we all are trying to build a future. But in order to achieve the future, the work starts lot ahead. Right? From your time of birth, you are sent to a good school, you are sending your children to a good school. If you want the children to settle down in life, you have to do what all you have to do? Can somebody tell me? One by one. You want your children to nicely settle down in life, like maybe this kind of apartment. What all you have to do?
Nice education.
Nice education. What else?
Life skills.
Life skills, yes.
Plan for the future.
Plan for the future. Good society. Right? You don't want your children to grow up between gangsters.
Most importantly, become a better human being.
Become a
Empathy, kindness.
very nice. Good values in life, compassion, empathy, sympathy, understanding. Right? Yeah. What else do you plan?
Good partner.
Yeah.
Searching.
Find a good partner. Right? Find a good partner in life. You should get a good spouse. Very important, maybe. And then he should get good grades, good education institution, right? So many things. So you see, so many things you are planning for the end destination. In the same way, if you want to go back to Krishna at the time of death, you want to go back to Krishna by choosing Krishna at the time of death, it can't happen overnight. It has to happen only through preparation. नहीं ऐसा नहीं है भगवान हम कुछ भी करेंगे हम आ जाएंगे तुम्हारे पास. It's not going to work that way. But Prabhuji, God is very merciful, but God is smart also. Remember that. Krishna is very merciful, but Krishna is very smart. Krishna will decide who is rightfully ready to come back to me. Who wants to come back to me? Right? How many here have played chess game anytime in your life? Yeah? Playing chess, right? So you make a move, the opposite person will make a move. You make a move, the opposite person will make a move. You have a plan. You are looking at the opposite person's move and you are trying to guess that his next move will be this. So my next move will be this, and this is how I'm going to checkmate. Right? This is chess. Shakuni also was trying to play chess with Pandavas. He was trying to play. Okay, Pandavas will come here, we'll do a Dyuda, we'll take their kingdom, then they will do this, then we'll do this, then they'll go in Agyatavas, then I'll put this, then I will fail them in Agyatavas so that again they'll go to Vanvas, then again this. In between something amazing happened. Pandavas were devotees of Krishna. Krishna said, wait, I'll go and sit and play the chess. And Shakuni is sitting on the table And opposite side, who is sitting? Krishna. Can anybody afford to play chess with Krishna?
No.
Krishna knows all your moves. Can anyone know Krishna's moves?
No.
No one can know Krishna's moves. Right? No one can know Krishna's moves. So Krishna can decide how to move us from one body to another. He can decide. This body, you are this, next body, who you will be. कौन सा शरीर मिलेगा तथा देहांतरस प्राप्त देहस्तत्तरमोयति. Right? What can you decide? You are trying to plan something for the time of death. Prabhuji, see Prabhuji, I think I have done a good life. Normally, what do piety people think? What piety people? Prabhuji, I give donation also. I am respectful to people also. I don't disturb my neighbors. Right? I mind my own business. Prabhuji, I give some nice donation. I go to temple also. I chant also. I chant whatever mantras I like. I believe in this God, that God, that Devata, this Devata. I also believe, I have faith. My parents are also good people. So just everybody, there's nothing wrong in it. But what is that plan which will make Krishna happy? That we should know. That is very important. Because these plans can be different for different people. Right? These all plans are different for different people. If you go and ask Osama bin Laden also, he also had a plan. Right? And he can convince his child. I don't know if he has a child or not, but he can convince his child that he is the best father, being Osama bin Laden. Right? Everybody can convince somebody saying the life he led is correct. How many agree with this? I can very easily convince. I have some teachers are there, it's not perfect. But who are we supposed to convince? We are supposed to convince him. But how do you know how we get convinced? To take us out of this world. To take us back home to his abode. Tat dhamam paramam mama, he's telling in Bhagavad Gita. That perfect place is mine. How do you go to him? What will make him feel that you are ready to come back to him? Very important information, isn't it? Because maybe you are doing 8 out of 10 things right, but 2 things you are not doing. And you need 10 out of 10 to go there. 10 out of 10. Prabhu ji, क्या ऐसा कितना खड़ूस भगवान है? 8 out of 10 is a good percentage. No, yes, both. Actually, even if you do 1 out of those 10 things sincerely, he'll take you back. He doesn't need 10 out of 10. But you should be preparing for 10 out of 10. That should be our goal in life. That how am I preparing to go back to him? And have I put all my efforts? Everything that I could do, have I done or no? Karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu ma karma phala heturva matistangostu karmani. Have you done your karma properly? First of all, do you know what to do? And have you done everything properly? These 2 very important things. Do you know what to do? And have you done everything properly? How do you know what to do? When you know from him only. He only has to tell what to do. You can't manufacture your own thing. Prabhuji, every day morning 1 kg of put vibhuti. That's your problem. He never told that. Okay? So what does he want you to put? He wants you to put a tilak. A tilak which has a meaning. And it has a meaning which is relevant and applicable to him. Right? This means the feet of Krishna. And this means Tulasi. And this is Tulasi. Why Tulasi? Because Tulasi is very dear to him. Recommendation. She will recommend us. ये अच्छा आदमी है इसको कृष्णा थोड़ा consider करो. Right? And this means the feet of Krishna. So meaningful tilak is very, very important. Everything should be meaningful. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. People put one big circle here. What do you mean? Some chakra is there. Already you are in a big chakra. Where do you need another chakra? Right? Okay, you can put tilak, but it should be meaningful, relevant to God. That is very important. Everything should be relevant to God. You know, because people also put three tilaks like this. Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi. Three kaleshas, and from which, Shivji saves us. Actually, scriptures explain Shivji also puts the same tilak, but when he dances, he dances in a very, very tandav, way, and the sweat and the hair goes here and there. Same tilaks are drawn out and they become like this. So there is no dispute in tilaks. You can put this also, no problem. But there should be meaning behind it. Tilak ka matlab, उसमें अर्थ होना चाहिए. What is the meaning? This forehead belongs to you, my dear Mahadev. ये मेरा सर आपके पैरों पर है ना? You are declaring that this belongs to you. Why do we put tilak? Because we are declaring, I belong. See, when I was coming, I saw a dog outside Aparna Zenith. The dog was going. Nobody was bothered. But when I came inside, I also saw another dog in Aparna Zenith. There is a difference between both of these dogs. What is that? One is inside Aparna Zenith, one is outside Aparna Zenith, of course. But the outside one did not have a belt. Inside one had a belt in its neck. What is the meaning of that belt? एक लावारिस है, एक लावारिस नहीं है. नहीं. One dog is taken care by its beloved owner. Another dog, there is no owner. He's just going around. उसको खाना भी नहीं मिलेगा, नहीं मालूम. Right, outside dog, we don't know whether he'll get food also. If somebody throws something is there, it might eat. But the dog inside, the one with the belt, pakka he'll get food today night. Isn't it? How many agree with this? Yeah. In the same way, I don't know what will happen to the people who don't know who they are recognizing with. But if you are putting tilak, pakka Krishna is going to find you. Pakka he'll find you. You are telling him, भैया मैं ये मेरा कुत्ते का बेल्ट है. I am a dog of Krishna. I may not be pure, but Krishna, I am your dog. Please take it. Right? Okay. He is trying. Why do we do this externals? Externals matter. Externals also matter. Right? What is internal will become external. If you don't have it inside you, it will not come outside. It matters. If somebody is putting a bindi, matlab, he is conveying a message that I belong to Sanatana Dharma. Khatam. No, does it matter? It matters. Why do you think it doesn't matter? You are coming to us. How many of you go to a gym here? Gym koi jate? Anytime, once in your life you went to a gym? गए? क्या पहन के गए? लुंगी बनियान पहन के? How many go to gym in a lungi and baniyan? जाते हैं क्या? जाओ एक बार क्या होगा? Wear a lungi and baniyan and go to gym. And there that inside, sir, what is this? How do externals matter? Internal. Internally I am all sick. I am here dumbbell दे मेरे हाथ में. I तो dumbbell है मेरे. पहले क्या पहन गया? What are you wearing? No, internal. How many will go? Huh? Will not. There you tell probably externals matter. When it comes to devotion and religion, probably externals don't matter. This is called hypocrisy. This is not hypocrisy. How do you go to the office? Can you wear, I don't know, crazy things people are wearing these days, even in offices, camera. Now I was coming in the lift. One poor girl, she boarded the lift. Very poor. Her father can't even afford a proper jeans. Whole jeans was torn. It's not so bad. I felt like telling her, I want to meet your father, I'll give some donation. Maybe we can afford to stitch that. Very unfortunate. Externals matter. So the moment I looked at her, I understood. Kitna, मतलब poor family है, पैसा नहीं है लोगों के पास. लेकिन रोटी कपड़ा, रोटी और मकान कपड़ा नहीं है. Anyway, so it matters what what you wear, what kind of declaration you are giving, it matters. Of course it matters. I should teach my child to किसका है? What is your recognition? जब हमारा पूजा होता है पूछते हैं ना आपका गोत्र क्या है? पूछते नहीं पूछते? How many of you know your gotra? Lineage. किधर से आया तू? Identity क्या है तेरा? तुम्हारे बाप का 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 बाप, वो बाप कौन है? कौन है? तेरा lineage क्या है? What is the?
Monkey.
हाँ?
Monkey.
वो monkey.
Nowadays this is told by.
हाँ वो एग्जाम में लिखना पड़ता है. Correct. Once Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, he went to America, and there some scientists came and sat and they were telling, Swamiji, we all have come from monkeys. Prabhupada laughed and told, in our country we all came from human beings. In your country they came from monkeys. Bandar ke aulad. Right? You don't to believe, they believe. What to do? Education is like that. We came from monkeys. If we came from monkeys, why there are still monkeys even now? Some forgot to become humans. अरे भूल गया मैं मेरे को सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बनना था ऐसा कुछ नहीं है some foolish fellow he wrote that theory of evolution he thought something, he wrote something, and then it was sold in some way, and then now we are all reading and getting marks. How many got marks for writing that exam? You all got it. You should write. बच्चे लिखने का don't change. Yeah. So anyway, the point is we have to convey that message. Very strongly to convey that message. But that message to God cannot be conveyed overnight. It requires a preparation. It requires a preparation for whole life. And this story of Srimad Bhagavatam, this story I can just finish very quickly. Because story, most of you already know what is Srimad Bhagavatam story. What is that Parikshit Maharaj, who is Sukadeva Goswami. We'll go through that. Quickly we'll go through. But most important is why are we doing all this? इसका applicability क्या है अपनी जिंदगी में? What is the whole point of this whole historic incident that happened for today? It also applies today because people used to die in that time also, people are dying now also. Some things don't change. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshana. They don't change. Even Brahma dies. Brahma Puralako, Puravartino Arjuna. From the Brahma to an ant in Patala, everybody has to die. There is no question. Everybody has to leave this body. Everybody is in anxiety. What will happen next? So we need a philosophy, we need a proper understanding, and we need an environment, and we need a proper process through which we can face that moment of death. And when we face that moment of death, we should be sure what is going to happen after that. And we should be sure how we don't face that moment again. Nobody should see death again. This is a very painful process. Very painful process. It's very painful for a person who doesn't know what happens after death. But it's a very joyful process and a relieving process for somebody who knows what is going to happen next with him. Not only theoretically, but with him. He'll be convinced. Prabhupada Mataji, the greatest wealth is when you're all convinced that how are you going to go and where are you going to go after death. You are convinced. And Krishna will give that conviction to you. With my own eyes, in this little life that I have led, I have seen 2 deaths in front of me. In front of me, I have seen. The person is literally breathing his last breath, and I know that the person is going to die. And I was looking into his eyes, and I have seen they left without a tinge of fear because both of them read Srimad Bhagavatam and they served Srimad Bhagavatam. I have seen. Right? Many others I have seen, before also, but in front of my eyes, literally holding them, literally seeing them. And I am convinced now. I am 100% convinced. How I have to prepare for that last minute. What I have to do for that last minute. Not that I am prepared right now, but my preparation is on. I don't want to waste a single evening. I don't want to waste a single day. I want to lead a purposeful life. I want to lead a life which is going to take me to a proper ending. I don't want to waste time talking about things which are not going to make me prepared for that moment. Prabhuji and Mataji's, we have to be greedy in life. Greed is a negative thing, but greed is a very also positive thing. We have to be greedy in life when it comes to our spiritual life. Laulyam, greed is called laulyam in Sanskrit. Right? We have to be very greedy. Otherwise, we cannot achieve any result. Be greedy. Tell people, ये मेरा priority है. This is my priority. पूरा हफ्ता गया भाड़ में. This part of the hafta, this part of the week is very, very important to me. I am sorry, darling, I cannot meet you. I don't have time. Be very clear about it. There is no other more important activity than the activity which prepares you for death. There is no other important activity. Everything else is illusion. Everything else will only keep you here, rotating. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Zenith, Icon, Zikon, Yukon, Tokan, whatever communities are around. Moving around. Sometimes like a human being, sometimes like a chipkari. Right? People are too attached to their flat. They come back at chipkari, you know, right? You know what is chipkari? Balli. Lizard. What does a lizard do? It just goes and sits at a place. Like this, meditating. Ah, कितना अच्छा smooth wall है. Asian paint है. Chipkari. Garuda Puran says, you will take birth like a snake.
Stop.
If you are not, what is it?
Yes.
If you are too much attached to your properties, you will take birth like a snake. Sometimes in Tellapur, sometimes in Kondapur, wherever you have your flat or land, you take birth like a snake or a scorpion. Right? Yeah. Next time you see a scorpion, understand you were vice president in last life. Some company. Poor fellow was too attached to that place, he came back. He's going around. Anybody will enter my, territory, I'll bite that fellow. But whenever you see a lizard also, Namaste, Director Sahab. Something. Yeah, they are living entities. They are not by fluke taking birth. There is a reason why they are given those bodies. And by the way, we all have also seen all that. Right? Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains 8.4 billion species. We have crossed yonis, and now we have got Durlabha Manush Janma. Durlabha Manush. Very rare to get this human birth. And the amazing part of the human birth is you can prepare for death. रोज पूरा डेथ के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा जीने के बारे में बात करो. Yes. When you lead a life which is meaningful and purposeful, that will also give you a proper death. There is a big research that is done. Many people do these researches. Already research is done in Bhagavatam. But these people, psychiatrists and psychologists and these all people, they do research, big survey done. What can money equal to happiness? Right? You need money for being happy, no doubt about it. Money is needed, resources are needed. But money can bring you happiness only to a point. After that point, if you have excess money or same money also, you're not going to move from that point. Either you'll remain there or you'll come down. You understand? Roti, kapda, makan. Gadi. Right? It will take you to a certain point. Right? You have a flat, everything, okay, done. So your happiness is here. After that, it will not go up. It will either stagnate or it will come down from there. What makes you happy after that is your service to society. Your selfless giving attitude to others will make you happy after that. You cannot be happy by holding everything by yourself. You cannot be. You'll actually feel that when you start doing it. Like one of the most happiest persons is always Mahesh Prabhu. Very happy. Because he is giving his weekend for others. Really. He is giving his entire weekend for others. Saturday evening also, Sunday morning also. Won't they time? आप दोगे? One weekend you'll run away if I give you Like if I tell that you have to come Saturday evening also, Sunday morning also. Mara kya hoga? Right? And why is he doing that? Because he is happy. He's found that happiness. मिल गया. Right? जो चाहिए जिंदगी में वो मिल गया. What is that? The way to become happy is when you serve others. And when you serve God, ultimate happiness. Ultimate happiness. Today morning we did Mangal Aarti, 5 o'clock we went, chanted together, had a wonderful class from Gaurang Darshan Prabhu about Samudra Manthan Leela. Arey baap re, kya class tha. Beautiful. The way he explained why Samudra Manthan Leela happened, what were the interactions between Devatas and Asuras. I always wanted to know personally, so I only told Rohit, take this class. And that gives so much hope and so many lessons to contemplate on after that. And it prepared me for death again. Right? Every time this class I hear, yes, I'm more confident to face death now. Recently, a year back, Mataji, Barsana Mataji, simple doctor, pediatric doctor, she left her body in front of me. And you were also there. Some of you were there. No regrets. She finished reading entire Bhagavatam and she donated hundreds of Bhagavatams. Because she was so convinced that this is the book that has saved me and let this save others. The greatest donation, greater than Annadan, is Shastradan. Because Shastradan will prepare the opposite person even when he doesn't have food. Because the food you give will get over next day morning. But Shastradan will not get over next day morning. It will go on with his consciousness life after life also. Highest donation. Right? And she donated so much. Lot of things she did. Right? Her husband, even after she left, he met me a few days back. Said, Prabhuji, mere taraf se 5 Bhagavatam said, please, mere wife ki taraf se. Because it made her go back to Krishna. प्रभु और क्या कर सकते हैं जिंदगी में क्या रखोगे अपने पास पैसा right and just few weeks back 3 weeks back I lost my father. That's why I'm shaving my head. This is not my usual hairstyle. But I was so happy to see him. He read the entire Srimad Bhagavatam 2 times. The entire Bhagavatam, this whole set in Telugu. He read it all 18 books 2 times, cover to cover, including purports, including translation purports, everything. Prabhuji, he might be a very nice, pious person from his birth. No, it's not like that. But when he got it, he grabbed it at the age of 65. Who is 65 or above here? More than 65. My father, when he was 65, until he was 65, never even read a newspaper properly. He did not have any reading habit also. And the only topic he discussed very passionately and happily is about real estate, about politics, right? About some problems in family. These are the things he used to discuss. But when he got introduced to Krishna consciousness at the age of 65, he understood the meaning of this and he became intelligent. True intelligence is how do you accept the message of God. That is true intelligence. All other intelligence is only to make roti kapda makan. That's all. But true intelligence, he understood. Now is the time for me to go back to Krishna. Now I understood the meaning of, oh my God. So many times he used to tell me, Arey, 65 సంవత్సరాలు నాశనం చేసుకున్నాడు life. 65 years I wasted in life. I was serving these relatives as if they are the people who will make me happy in life. I was serving these friends as if they are the people who will make me happy in life. I have understood nobody can make me happy in life except Krishna and his devotees. And Prabhuji's advantage is when he left, that got reciprocated by Krishna. He left his body at 6:15 on 2nd of September. 7:15, his body was on the floor in the house. From 7:15 in the night to next day morning 7:15, devotees were sitting and doing kirtan around him. Whole night. Whole night they were doing kirtan. Was Krishna there? Of course he was there. Otherwise, who will do? Many relatives came. Many relatives came. They also love, but they don't know what to love beyond a certain thing. Okay, okay, no problem. In fact, I told devotees, please go home. You don't need to do. Literally, I had to push. Pawan Prabhu was sitting and I literally told him, next day morning, 4 o'clock, Prabhu, go take 2 hours sleep and come. No, Prabhu, I want to chant for him. Who will do that for you? Paisa dene se aayega kya boli? Huh? And look at Krishna's reciprocation. Next day, people left at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they all left. And then next day, 7:45, 100 people are there again in the house. I told them, come directly to Smashan. No, we want to make sure we come home because Prabhuji is leaving his house. Final time he is leaving his house. From our house back to the Smashan. And in the Smashan, 150 people, 150 devotees. कभी देखा है 150 लोगों को स्मशान में? People die, 4 people go. Minimum because they have to lift. That's all. Right? Maybe one more person. 150 people, and they're all doing kirtan, they're doing, so much. Remembering him, people are praying for him, and relatives, they all went back. They all went back because they don't know. They don't know what. They have never seen this kind of love. They have not seen this kind of affection. They just went back. I was feeling so sorry. And you people don't know. Why don't you learn? Because how do you reciprocate to somebody who's dying or somebody who's dead? They don't know. उनको education नहीं है. They don't know what to do. They all went back. Every relative, own brothers, sisters, cousins, they all went back. All devotees came in the front. It was a scene where 150 plus people were chanting and dancing and talking, and relatives are standing back and wondering what's going on here. And some of them just stayed back there because it was too embarrassing to leave. Because nobody was leaving from there. Nobody wanted to leave. Right? And one relative came to me and asked, after the whole thing, one relative, he came to me and asked, he's a very, very rich person, millionaire. Very, very big government position he served. So he came and asked me, indirectly asked me, you ISKCON people do this for others also? You ISKCON people do this for others also? What do you think he really wanted to ask?
నేను పోతే నాకు చేస్తారా?
Will this happen to me also? Anything can be done for me also? Right?
Got it.
Huh? I looked at him and I said, yes, we do this provided you come to satsang. If you come to satsang, if you come and serve God along with all other devotees, they will do it for you. This is not a ritual, it is spiritual. It's not a ritual. It's not like a formality that bitha diya, jala diya. No. This is a lot of love. And love is done, you get love when you serve others. When you serve others, you get that love. My father served others. He himself went house to house distributing Srimad Bhagavatam sets, even at the age of 75. Right? He used to go and encourage others. He used to go for morning walk in University of Hyderabad, Osman University. They lived in Vidyanagar. Every morning he would take his chanting bag, he used to go, and if anybody asks, sir, what are you doing? Where are you to sit when old people say? He used to immediately tell them, why don't you also chant? What is stopping you from chanting? Why to waste time? Chant. You think Krishna is not seeing all that? He's seeing. He's seeing. Every day is reading for 2.5 hours. Srimad Bhagavatam, 2.5 hours in the evening. That is the time of reading. Sunday, Saturday, it doesn't matter. Unless there is a satsang. If he has a satsang in this part of the city, he will take a bus or an auto and come from that part of the city at the age of 75 to come and attend because he wants to convey a message to Krishna that this is what matters for me in life. और मुझे बर्बाद नहीं करना जिंदगी. You know. And Krishna reciprocates. So preparation for death. And all this happened because of this books sitting here frozen months. Because of this book. These books are not, they're living books. They're not dead paper. They're living books, provided you want to read them and lead a life of what is mentioned inside. They're living books. So, quickly, I don't want to take you through all the slides. So who is Parikshit Maharaj? Quickly. Does anyone know who is Parikshit Maharaj? Yes, Prabhuji. Who is he? Uttarasan, very nice. His father's name? Abhimanyu, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji? Yes, yes. What else do you know about Parikshit Maharaj? Arjuna's grandson. Yes.
Just seen the car inside.
Yes, see, he's taken darshan of Krishna in the womb of his mother. Yes. Yes. And the only one who saw the biggest weapon inside the womb of his mother also. Poor fellow, he didn't even come outside. You already see a nuclear weapon in front of him, Brahmastra. Isn't it? The weapon that can destroy the whole planet. He's seeing it inside the womb of his mother. बच्चे को इतना भी मत डराओ यार. He saw the biggest weapon coming towards him, thrown by Ashwadama, and he also saw Krishna, who's standing there and saying, "Wait, I'm there." There, Ishvara Paramaha Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. Krishna promised the Pandavas that you will establish dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya gyanir bhavati bharata. He told, I have come here to establish dharma. How is it possible that Pandavas' lineage will not continue? It is not possible. Nobody can stop that from happening. He took personal responsibility. What, Ashwadama? What do you think? I am establishing dharma and Pandavas are establishing their grandson to take care of the future. How can you dare to kill that person? I am standing here taking personal responsibility. Ashwadama's Brahmastra could not do anything. Could not do anything. Nobody can. Rakhe Krishna Mare Koe, Mare Krishna Rakhe. If Krishna wants to kill somebody, nobody can save him. And if Krishna wants to save somebody, nobody can kill him. That is the greatest comprehensive insurance policy. You all have insurance policies, right? Everybody has. Life insurance, medical insurance. The best insurance is Krishna insurance. You want to repeat the insurance policy? Rakhe Krishna Mare Koe.
Rakhe Krishna Mare Koe.
Just follow. Rakhe Krishna Mare Koe.
Rakhe Krishna Mare Koe.
Mare Krishna Rakhe Koe.
Mare Krishna Rakhe Koe.
Repeat after me. If Krishna wants to kill somebody,
If Krishna wants to kill somebody,
nobody can save him.
nobody can save him.
And if Krishna wants to save somebody,
If Krishna wants to save somebody,
nobody can kill him.
nobody can kill him.
हो गया पॉलिसी. इसमें कोई डाउन पेमेंट नहीं है, कुछ क्या है, हाँ, कुछ EMI नहीं है. It works in all hospitals. It works in all circumstances. Simple. Keep the insurance policy in your hearts. And Krishna came to stop Parikshit Maharaj from dying. But this Parikshit Maharaj, because he took darshan of Krishna in the womb of his mother, Krishna did not stay there for too long. He saved him and he left. Krishna does this many times. He creates his akarsheti iti Krishna. He creates his attraction and suddenly he'll go. And then the opposite party is like, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is he? Do you know one other personality who saw Krishna and he disappeared after that? Now whole life he was searching for him. Narad Muni. Narad Muni also had the same experience. He was meditating in his past life. Krishna gave his glimpse. And then he disappeared. And since then he's running around, Narayan, 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 Narayan. Of course, getting more and more darshan after that. And one other person is Brahma, who also got darshan of Krishna. And then he disappeared. And then he started meditating. Oh Krishna, I want to see you again. You're so beautiful. Akarshayati, Namah Pankaja Nabhaya, Namah Pankaja Maline, Namah Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankajangre. Oh, everything is like a lotus. Pankaj means lotus. Right? I see you again. So he's so attractive. Parikshit Maharaj also felt he wants to see Krishna again and again and again. That is the reason his name also was named as Parikshit, the one who is very observing. Parikshit is one who is searchingly observing everything and searching for whom? Krishna, throughout his life. And he was a Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi means he was not only a Kshatriya and a king, but he was also as intelligent and as pious as a Brahmana. And he would always take advices from Brahmanas. Right? A most powerful person should have a most intelligent person to think beside him. If the most intelligent thinker and the most powerful person come together, they can change the world. As simple as that. Right? Intelligent person to think, a Brahmanical person in the government, and a Kshatriya in the government. If both of them work together, khatam. You're seeing that with Bharatvarsha today. Intelligent people are sitting there. Right? Our, what is it? Raw head, what is his name? Ajit Doval, Akka Kshatriya. Huh? I'm not supporting any party, but I'm telling you that it's needed to have the right people at the right place. Kshatriya, he will watch people like, as if who is going to attack me. Right? There is another Kshatriya, Jaishankar, who is very tactfully thinking how to manage the world. There is another, Brahmanical person. There is another, Kshatriya. So look at the combination. It's very important. One person cannot do the duty very well. And don't think the kings in the past were dictators that one person was ruling everything. No, never. They had the right team. Leader was listening to whom he considered as their gurus. Dasharath Maharaj followed the orders of Vasishtha. Yudhishthir Maharaj followed the orders of Vidura. Understanding it? Every great king had the right people around him. That is what they made him great. And Parikshit Maharaj was also like that. But the greatness of Parikshit Maharaj was, even though he was following the orders of the great people, he himself was great. He himself is. That's why he's called not a Raja, he's called a Raja Rishi. Raja and also a Rishi. Somebody who has spiritual knowledge. Somebody who can nicely take care of the kingdom. Right? Now this Parikshit Maharaj, so glories of Parikshit Maharaj, as I told you, there is Ashwadhama and he saw Krishna in the womb, right? And I told you he's a Raja Rishi, right? So he goes around after the Pandavas left the planet, he was the one who was ruling. And it is king's duty to go back and see all the time how the kingdom is going on. And what was his kingdom? Entire planet. So one of his routines was to do this world tour, where he would go and see if Dharma is properly prevailing even now. Because adharmic people are always there. Always there will be unrest in this world. A king's duty is not to become king and say, okay, everything is good. No, he will go around and make sure everything is good all the time. So this time when he went, he saw that Kali Purusha is coming. Kali Yuga starts with Kali Purusha coming. Right? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. When Kali Yuga is coming, all the nonsense has to come. And nonsense is brought by whom? The Kali Purusha. He needs an entry. He has to come and start it. Right? For the Dwapar Yuga to change into Kali Yuga, it doesn't happen just by phase. Something has to happen. Right? See, in earlier days, people used to earn money, and when they had money, they used to buy a flat or they used to buy a house. Then Kali Purusha came. Along with him, HDFC, ICICI, right? All these banks came. And what they created? They created greed. Hey, you can buy now also. But I don't have money. Don't worry, we have money. Really? You'll give us money? Huh? Hey, we can take this big house now itself. Kalipurusha is laughing. Till now that fellow is happy. But Kalipurusha makes sure that fellow becomes unhappy. Right? They'll go to ICICI Bank. How nicely they process loan. I've seen it. Right? Beautiful processing will happen. And you are thinking they are doing a favor on you. They are not doing a favor on you. You are doing a favor on them. This is called Maya. It's called Maya. You don't need that house. हाँ बच्चों के लिए ना बच्चा पूछा क्या बेटा इधर बैठो आप दोनों में इधर हाँ कम व्हाट इज योर नेम आपका नाम क्या है बताओ इधर आप इधर आपका नाम क्या है मनस्वी मनस्वी आपको आपके मम्मी पापा से सबसे ज्यादा क्या चाहिए
I don't understand English.
अच्छा what do you want from your parents the most
Most.
what do you want from your parents from your father where is your father here
My father didn't tell.
okay mother is here yes what do you want from your mother the most what's in your heart
Most.
yeah something she makes for you she cooks for you something what you like huh? It's like so plain. A hug? You like when she hugs you? Yeah? That's all it is. Go hug your mother. Once my friend, she was dropping her children in Bandarals. It's a true incident. So she was dropping her children and she used to hug her children. She had 4 children by the way. So she had a daughter, then she had another daughter and husband said, एक लड़का हो तो अच्छा रहेगा, जुड़वे हो गए. 4 children. So she used to hug her children and leave her in school. And every time she used to hug all her children and leave her in the school, one other child would come and stand there. And she would also hug that child, right? Waiting for a hug. So one day she asked that child, what do you like? You always come. Child is to wait. Child is to wait there to hug, to get a hug from this woman whom she doesn't even know. But she used to see that she's hugging her children and she's sending them to school, big bye-bye tata. And the child, when she asked, what the child told made her cry for an hour. The child told, nobody hugs me in the house. Nobody hugs me in the house. A driver in a, what is it, big Land Rover car comes and drops her in the school. Does that driver help? Right? And her family, I don't want to tell you, is one of the richest in entire Bangladesh. One of the most richest, stinkingly rich family. No movie celebrity also has the kind of fame and name they have. And what is the daughter craving for? The only daughter they have? One loving hug. Brothers and Mataji's, all we need is 2 things. To love somebody and to be loved by somebody. That's all. Everything else is external. Everything else is external. Property, name, fame, education, pura, sab kuch ultimately has to mean into these 2 things only. You should be loved by somebody and you should love somebody. अगर इस जिंदगी में आपने किसी को प्यार है तो जिंदगी वेस्ट है और इस जिंदगी में किसी का प्यार नहीं पाया है तो भी जिंदगी वेस्ट है. Both the things. Maybe somebody is loving you But are you loving him back? And do you feel that? And are you expressing that? If you're not, that is the reason you're frustrated. What is stopping you? Your own ego is stopping you. Your own false ego is stopping you. And why should I express? He already knows. She already knows. Why should I express? If you express, who will be happy? You will be happy. The soul has to express love. Right? So this child was not getting that from her own house. But what was she getting? Big bungalow, big car, big everything. But no love. How poor that family is. How many people do you hug in a week? You hug your father. Very nice. Very nice. Prabhu, this act of holding and hugging is very important. कितने लोगों को आप आलिंगन करते हो प्यार से?
Every day.
I love my friends.
हाँ?
I love friends.
You love friends, very nice.
I play with friends. I
Yes,
study with friends. I go to cafeteria with friends.
yes.
I go stay with everyone in class.
So can you see she is happy? Right? That is how we should be. Because they accept everybody without any judgment. Children don't see, they don't judge. They accept everybody without any judgment. They accept and they play with them. And the children never ask which block you are from. They just tell the ball, okay, throw the ball, I'll play. That's all. Right? Doesn't matter for them. That is how we are supposed to be. Right? But the problem is, as the time passes by, we become too judgmental. And Bhagavatam teaches you how to not be judgmental. How to see Krishna in everybody. Prabhus and Matajis, without hesitation, I'm telling you, maybe I'm one among the richest in this hall right now. Because I minimum hug at least 100 people every week. And I hug them with love and affection. And they also hug me with love and affection. That's the problem. That's all matters. That's all matters. That's all matters. And 90% of the people whom I hug, I don't even know where they work. I know that they come to satsang. I don't know their backgrounds. I know their foreground. Then they're going back to Krishna and they'll take me with them. That's what I ask everybody. Prabhuji also asked, Mamalini, go to it go. Prabhuji says, very nice way he says, मुझे थोड़ा याद रखो जब जा रहे हो कृष्णा के पास. Bro, this is called rich society. Rich society means what? Where there are people to love you. Where you can express that love. Why people are frustrated today? Husband and wife, they are fighting with each other. Why? Simple. One partner alone cannot give everything you need. You need a family. समझ रहे हैं ना? We are not God that we can supply all the love that our partner needs. It's not possible. In earlier days, all the emotional requirements were taken care by all the people in the family and the village. Hey, it's so essential. You need to have parents in the house. You need to have all the generations in the house who are ready to give their time to you. See, a child is in need, something bad happened to the child. She comes crying to the house. She goes to the mother. She's on a phone, office call. She goes to the father. That fellow never comes to home on time. Where will she go? Where will she go? If grandfather is there, grandfather has time at that time. He has already retired. Amma Kadra, come here. And grandfather is, why did you do like that? You should not have done like that. Grandmother is there. Tum chup baitho. Idhar aao. That's wealth. And then they know that what the child has done, and both grandfather and grandmother take them to Krishna and tell, You tell Krishna what you have done, he will forgive you. And the child actually feels relieved because God has connected, grandparents have connected, she is relieved. Parents are unhappy with you, your sibling is, your brother is there in the house. Right? You are going through a tough time, your sister is there. Right? And sometimes the problem is too complicated to discuss with family. Satsang is there, Guru is there. Prabhuji, all we need is people and people who are going to be there for us. Right? That is called richness. In ancient society, people used to love people and use things. In ancient society, people used to love people and use things. In modern society, people use people. Where can you find happiness? Huh? Sometimes you go in a lift in the apartment. I want to enter the lift. Right? When I enter the lift, I see people are like, मैं भूत की तरह दिखता हूँ. Do I look like a devil or Rakshas? Now? नहीं ना? I feel like that in the lift. People like, immediately see the phone. Or they are standing to the wall. I've seen one person standing like this. मैं पीछे खड़ा हूँ. What is your problem? Because you don't know how to love people anymore. You see, just let us sing Hare Krishna. I always tell Hare Krishna. सब लोग बोलो.
Hare Krishna.
बोलो Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. बोलो आराम से. क्या problem है? Right? Give a nice smile. You know, as per Manu Samhita, if you don't give a smile to somebody when he looks at you, it's a big sin. आप है वो. If somebody looks at you, give a smile. Krishna gave this flexibility in you. Can everybody smile once? अच्छा बड़ा smile तो. रोनी सूरत मत लगाओ. नेक्स्ट जन्म में ऐसे बकरी की तरफ पहले बकरी वही सूरत चाहिए था ना. दिया है ना यहाँ पे हंसने का प्रोविजन. हंसो हंसो और हंसाओ. है कि नहीं? People should be happy. हाँ सत्संग का क्लास पूरा सीरियस बैठेगा कोई प्रोजी बंद करो बोलो. थोड़ा हंसाओ यार, थोड़ा बात करो अच्छी तरह से शेयर करो. है कि नहीं? It's losing in society. Why? Because people have lost. Their ego has shooted up so much that they think if I love somebody, I will be exploited. That's what they're thinking now. If I love somebody, I'll be exploited. प्यार करके तो देखो. If you love somebody, show that love, then Krishna will reciprocate. He's saying, "Ye yathamam prapadyante tam sateva bhajami." The way you reciprocate to me, I'll reciprocate 1,000,000 times more to you. He will. Like people are so much in anxiety. People don't want to even reciprocate. Right? Once there was one more incident of the lift. I was standing at the lift in so-called my home towers, rich society. One other person came and he stood beside me. We both were waiting for the lift. And the lift came. I went into the lift. When I saw that fellow was not coming. Do I look like a devil? No, no. So many people are telling me I don't look like. Why is that fellow not coming? Maybe I am also a nutter. So I kept a hand and I stopped the lift. And I looked at him. He came and said, "What is your problem? What is your problem? You can't live with human beings. Problem क्या है? Lift भी अलग चाहिए क्या? Huh? I want to tell you, you can come close. I don't eat non-vegetarian. Why are you so?
So what did he say?
Huh?
What did he say?
क्या करेगा? खड़ा है अंदर. I'm not going to let him go. I stop the lift. You come inside now. What is your problem? Right? Prabhuji's and Mataji's. This is where the world is going. If you want to be in that kind of world, don't come to satsang. My warning to you. But if you want to be in a world where you can hug somebody, love somebody, experience the love of somebody, and through them experience the love of Krishna, please come to satsang. This is the only place you'll find it. Only place you'll find it. Only place you'll find it. How many here have hugged Himanshu Prabhu? Baap re, Ajanu Babu. Feels nice, feels nice, feels nice. It's very important. It tells, I'm there for you. I'm there for you. Whatever way I can, emotionally, physically, financially, I'm there for you. In whatever tough time, I'm there for you. Right? These are very, very important things we should learn. And that you only get when you get Krishna. Along with Krishna's package is very good. He doesn't come alone. He comes with the entire entourage. He comes with the devotees, he comes with his gurus, comes with the whole family, comes with his cows. Today afternoon, I hug my cows. I have cows in my little farm I have. Subhadra, tightly hug her. Shillu. Thank you, Shillu. Yashoda, Surabhi, Gayatri, Kalindi, Lalita. They love me, they love my family, and I'm very fortunate. I'm getting an opportunity to love them. Right? And they have two children, Balaram and Narasimha, and both have grown. 1 year, 2 months, 1 year, 1 month. 1 month. One was born on Narsimha Chaturdashi, we named him Narasimha. One was born on Balaram Purnima, and we named him Balaram. You would be amazed, even after 1 year and 2 months, that fellow Narasimha is still drinking the milk of his mother, which is very unusual. 5 months, cow gives milk. This fellow is still drinking. He is almost the size of his mother now. It's like, what's going on? Kiska दूध पी रहा है? Some stranger comes, he will be like, ये बड़ा हो गया, किसका दूध पी रहा है? Now also is drinking the milk of his mother. So that is love. It is so unfortunate that today, in the name of fashion, some babies are not even getting breast milk. The warmth of others they are not receiving. The children, one very senior doctor, Narahari Prabhu in our restaurant, he told me once that the children who don't receive the love of their mother, the warmth of their mother, become frustrated at the age of 30. And they also go towards abuse on women. Because they are frustrated. They have not received that. And now they want to get it desperately. These are all psychological problems. Why are they coming? Because children are not receiving what they need to receive. Parents are also not able to give. Why? Because they don't know what to give, why to give. Because they don't have any guidance in life. They don't have any guidance in life. They have big flats, big cars, but they don't have any guidance in life. You get that guidance in a satsang. You get that guidance in a satsang. You get that guidance in a satsang when you read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam shows how Yashoda is to take care of Krishna. Every mother in our culture used to have Bhagavatam in the house. They used to read Bhagavatam. My wife told they in our house they used to have old Bhagavatam written by whom? Potana Bhagavatam, I think, right? No. Sri Vaishnava translated Bhagavatam. Yeah, many used to have Potana Bhagavatam also, right? In this part of the world, right? Why the Bhagavatam was there in the house? Every house had. We are the people who don't have now. Every house had. Why? They used to read these books. And the consciousness was developed. And the children were taking the guidance, you get guidance from Bhagavatam also, Prabhuji's and Mataji's. So anyway, let's come back to the story. So Parikshit Maharaj was going to see the planet and he saw that the planet is going down. Kali Purusha is coming. Kali Purusha is coming. And Kali Purusha's first attack is on a bull. Bull represents Dharma. Cow represents Mother Earth, Bhumi. And Dharma के चार पैर होते हैं. There are 4 legs of Dharma. Bull has 4 legs, right? So if you can see here in this picture, the bull only has 1 leg left. And there is a conversation in Bhagavatam. There is a conversation in Bhagavatam where Parikshit Maharaj is speaking to the bull. And the cow is speaking to the bull. What happened to you? Why are you only with 1 leg? What are the 4 legs of Dharma? I'll just go to restroom and come if you don't mind. Just take 1 minute. Huh?
Think about the 4 legs of Dharma by the time I come.
इन्वेस्टिगेटर बाहर चला गया इन्वेस्टिगेटर बाहर चला गया आंसर पूछ रहा है
Truthfulness. Truthfulness. Satyam. Satyam. Taya Satyam. Taya Satyam. Sauchyam. Sauchyam. What like? Because this is because Krishna is left. This is because Krishna is left. That is the reason. This is because Krishna is left. Is this the reason? Like that, there is a conversation. There is this whole conversation which I am not reading. But you can see all this. Are you lamenting? Are you lamenting because of this? What happened to you? And finally, Mother Earth in the form of cow replied, "Oh Dharma, you were also maintained on your 4 legs by the mercy of Lord Krishna, the reservoir of all good qualities, so that happiness spread throughout the universe. Lord Krishna has now concluded his performance of transcendental pastimes upon this earth, meaning he has left. And in his absence, the age of Kali has spread its influence everywhere. It is because of this that I am very aggrieved." Bull is telling the cow, "Why am I crying? Why am I crying? Because Krishna is gone. There is nobody to take care of me. Dharma is not there anymore. Only on Sankranti festival, somebody brings a bull inside the community. That day only everybody thinks about a bull. Remaining days will think about the bull. How much money you give to that Sankranti fellow? 10 rupees. You are coming from a 4 crore flat and giving 10 rupees for bull. And give that 10 rupees and tell, make it dance. Make it dance. How are you going to protect Dharma? This is the way. If you want to save Sanatana Dharma, probably we have to save cows. Cows and bulls. Simple. Why? How is it linked? If cows and bulls are happy, they'll give very nectarian milk. And that nectarian milk will produce a kind of ghee. And that ghee is a via medium to send your offerings to the Devatas and Narayan. It's very clear linkage. See, sometimes we see a computer, we see a wire from the computer going to a printer and you make a command and the print comes. Is that true? Did you ever think, there is paper is here, command is here, how come it is printing? You never think like that, right? Same way, don't put a logic when I say that you pour the right ghee in the offering, swaha, put the right ghee, and the ghee as a wire will take the message all the way till Vishnu. If your ghee is not correct, if if you put that stupid meaningless ghee from the puja store or the supermarket, if the wire is not good, will the print happen? Put a wire, purana wire, jayega command. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Same way, if you don't have a proper milk and proper ghee made out of the proper milk, the offering will not go. There is no point. You are doing swaha, 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 swaha. The smoke is coming. Nothing will come. Your face will become black. That's all will happen after the yajna. Nothing will come out of the yajna unless the ghee is pure. And ghee is pure only when the cow is happy. Don't think, "Arey, cow ko laga diya, nikalo doodh." Cow will not be happy unless its calf has had the milk. Cow's calf should take the milk. And then, the remaining milk. Cow is born with 4 udders. 4, places from where you can take milk. Why? One is enough, right? It is Mother Earth. She is coming to give us that milk. She is born to give us that milk. Understood? And we take that milk and do what with it? Do Abhishek of Krishna. Right? And you consume that milk for your health. And then you use the ghee from that milk for satisfying the demigods. The entire center of our Sanatana Dharma is a cow. More than we, Britishers understood that. More than we, Britishers understood that. And what did they do? They did not know how to disturb this whole society. This whole Sanatana Dharma society, when they came, they did not know how to disturb. They did not know how to conquer. The first thing they did is attack the cow. They started questioning in colleges, what kind of people are you? You drink cow urine, animal urine. What kind of people are you? You worship cow, an animal. Right? And they introduced buffaloes. Buffaloes were there when Krishna was there. But not in this quantity. But not for this purpose. They introduced buffalo milk, thick milk. Good for tea. They introduced tea and coffee. Tea and coffee cannot be good with cow milk. Because cow milk is very thin. So they attacked the cow and finally they removed the cow. So whatever offerings are being given to the demigods, to the devatas, are not going. And when devatas are not happy, you get untimely rains or no rains. You get too much heat or no heat, too much cold or no cold. Your seasons are disturbed. You might be thinking, sitting in this flat number 1202 in F block of Sapanazil, how does it matter if it rains or not? You don't understand the cycle. If it rains at untimely time, crops are destroyed. If crops are destroyed, you don't get food. None of us are thinking about food because we think food comes from what supermarket is here? Sampurna. Food comes from Sampurna. I asked a child in America, where does the milk come from? He told fridge. That is the intelligence of American child. And don't be surprised if our children also in this apartment start telling, Mama, doodh fridge se aata hai. That's all they care. That's all they know. No. There is a whole cycle. So, this bull was being destroyed, and immediately Parikshit Maharaj understood, and he told, I am going to stop the Kali. He caught hold of Kali Purusha. Parikshit Maharaj caught hold of Kali Purusha. Right? This whole thing I already told. You see, here is Kali Purusha. He is bending in front of Parikshit Maharaj. He said, I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to allow you to enter. But Kali Purusha is also a devotee of Krishna. His job is to bring Kali Yuga. His job is to bring software industry. Kali Purusha is still in action. Right? What is the latest software now? Artificial intelligence. Kali Purusha is only bringing. Don't think that is our intelligence. Kali Purusha is feeding. Chal, bana, mar. Then it is Maya. It will be introduced in everything where we don't need also. One day in my office, one boy, one fellow, he was standing near the door and he was dancing. This. So why are you dancing? Sir, my finger access is not working. But why are you dancing? What are you toilet? I'm getting toilet. He's getting toilet, he has to go to the toilet and his finger access is not working. क्या करेगा वो? समझ रहे हैं ना? You don't feel that, right? सभी लोग एक bottle पानी पियो, सारे दरवाजे बंद करो. You'll understand the pain I'm talking about. That fellow was dancing. Then I told ignorant, I kept my finger tightly and it opened. He ran into the toilet. Right? What can technology do to you? You don't even know what technology can do to you. Too much technology, too much artificial, too much automation. What do you think it will do? It will make your life miserable. Miserable. And that is all introduced not by us. This mobile phone is introduced by Kalipurusha only. 20 years back, people used to talk to people. 20 years back, just 20 years back, generation. Huh? Now nobody talks to anybody. Everybody is on mobile phone. Everybody.
They talk to themselves.
Huh?
They talk to themselves.
They talk to themselves.
Like a mad person.
Yeah, like a mad fellow. Right? It's a crazy situation. You are sitting with your most dear friend, but he's on a different phone, you are on a different phone. And he's on WhatsApp, you are also on WhatsApp. And you are sending a WhatsApp to him. Hare Krishna. You know, on the lighter side, you go to these gardens outside, right? I mean, these days nobody's going to a garden. But Gandipet or whatever, Indra Park or Sanjivaya Park, there's some gardens. There in my college days, I used to see love couples. Right? A boy and a girl are coming and sitting in the garden. Let's not discuss what they do there, but they used to come to the garden. But at least they used to talk to each other, something. These days, maybe some of them are still going to the garden, but she's on her phone, that fellow is on his phone. I really want to go. Where did you come? You couldn't sit in your house only, no? Right? And like craziness. Everywhere inside the hall, in the bedroom also. You're on your phone, I'm on my phone. iPhone. iPhone. I am that phone. Hare Krishna.
Especially in hotels. All will be seeing their own phones.
Yeah.
Not eat the food.
Everywhere. Everywhere. It's a big problem. Problem is, you might be laughing, it's a very big problem. Yeah. So anyway, so here Kalipurusha is coming and Parikshit Maharaj is like, I will not allow you to come. I will not allow you to come. And Kalipurusha is like, hey, I have to come, this is my duty to come. You cannot stay. And Parikshit Maharaj told, okay, you can go and stay at a place. You can go and stay at a place where there is no daya, no sauchyam, no tapasya, and no satyam. You can go and stay there. Where there is no mercy, where there is no truthfulness, where there is no austerity, where there is no cleanliness. You can go and stay there. Parikshit Maharaj told. And Kalipurusha is looking at Parikshit Maharaj saying, hey Maharaj, in your rule, where can be there a place on the planet where these four things are lacking? You are indirectly telling me I don't have a place. Right? You all understood? Parikshit Maharaj was such a great king. All these four legs of dharma were being maintained by him, even though Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga already passed away. But his rule was like that. He was maintaining everything. And then Parikshit Maharaj told him that, okay, there is one place you can go and stay. What is that place? He could live where gold was being kept. For in such places, there is invariably falsity, intoxication, lust, envy, and enmity. So you can go and live in gold. Kalipurusha lives in the gold. Bangara noted. Madhis are thinking. Tomorrow morning, my husband was supposed to take me to Tanish. This fellow has unnecessarily started the topic today. Tomorrow morning, my husband will tell, Nahi suna kal sham I will not give you Kalipurusha. Gold means greed. Right? You can use gold in the service of God. And Krishna gave that nature in a woman that she has to decorate beautifully. That's when she is happy. So that's okay. Right? But how much? That is also important, right? So you can stay in the gold. So Kali Purusha entered this planet by entering into the gold. Right? Now let us go to the second part of the story. Why Parikshit Maharaj went to the banks of Ganga? Very simple. Parikshit Maharaj, he went to this, he was wandering in the world, taking care of things, he got thirsty, then he went to his house, where there was a rishi called Samika Rishi, he was doing tapasya, Parikshit Maharaj, a great king, he went and asked for water, he was thirsty, and Samika Rishi did not react, because he was too much in meditation. Nobody's fault. Actually, it's offense of Samika Rishi that he did not give water to the king, because the king was protecting all the Brahmanas. It's his duty to give water, but he did not give because he was in meditation. And at that time, Parikshit Maharaj, he became angry, which is very unusual. How can such a great king become angry? Because he was wearing a golden throne. And Kali Purusha lives in the gold. Right? One of the reasons. So he got angry, he took a dead snake and put it on his neck. He put a dead snake on his neck, Samika Rishi's neck. And he left. After that, the Parikshit Maharaj left. And then Samika Rishi's son, he came. A small boy, Shringi, his name was Shringi. He came. And as soon as he got to know that the king has come and he has put a snake on my father's neck, immediately cursed him. The person who has done this, he will die with a snake bite in 7 days. He cursed. And as soon as the curse happened, the news went to Parikshit Maharaj that so and so person is cursed. Now Parikshit Maharaj can come and tell his father, that I'm sorry. Or he has the power to reverse the curse also. Parikshit Maharaj was not an ordinary person. He had direct access with Krishna. He was a Raja Rishi. He had great saints in his kingdom. He could have reversed it, but he did not. The lesson that we should learn is even when such bad thing happens in such a good person's life, he sees a hand of Krishna in it and accepts it. Okay, let it happen. There must be a higher reason behind it. And what is the greatest reason? Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Parikshit Maharaj accepted that curse, we have Bhagavatam in this house today. Otherwise, Bhagavatam would not come here. And Parikshit Maharaj accepted the curse. Right? And repentance. Samika Rishi got very angry on his son Shringi. He shouted at him, "What nonsense you did? How can you curse a king? That king is worshipable. Because of that king, we are all existing. Brahmanas are being respected. The whole Varnashram system is going on nicely. Why did you curse?" And he also sent a message that, such a bad thing that has happened, my son has done. But there, Parikshit Maharaj accepted the curse. He told his mother Uttara, "I'm going." He gave his kingdom, his entire responsibility immediately to his son Janmeja. Take it. I'm done. Now I'm going. How many would do that? Right? The person was ruling the whole planet and such a pious king. A small child cursed him. He could have taken it easily, he could have reversed it. No. How I could do such a bad thing of putting a snake on such a rishi's neck? I've done a wrong thing. I should accept this curse. And he accepted the curse. And by accepting the curse, he saw something good coming out of it. He said, "Now is the time, Athato Brahma Jignasa." Vedanta Sutra starts with this verse. Athato Brahma Jignasa. What is the meaning of that? Now, therefore, it is the time to understand the highest truth. That is the first line of Brahma Sutra or Vedanta Sutra. Have you seen any book in your life which starts with the word therefore? Huh? Go to any library, British library, African library, wherever you go, Indian library. Show me one book, which starts with the word therefore. Therefore, now it is the time to understand the absolute truth. Brahma Jignasa. Which means what? Veda Vyas is writing Brahma Sutra for people who are done with this life. People who understood that there is no happiness in this life. There is no happiness in this life. There cannot be happiness in this life. Right? They are convinced about it. Shitrudatrena Yomuhur Adhyamana Sitoshna Vata Varsher Itara Itarascha Kamagnina Achyutarusha Sudurbarena Sampashyato Mune Kurukrama Sidate. Brahma is telling to Lord Krishna, oh Krishna, what kind of creation I've created? Everybody is 30. Kshutrudhatnena. All the time they are thinking about food, water, food, water. Tomorrow morning, what is the breakfast? Biggest question in the house. They are never satisfied. Huh? All the time they are suffering. Sitoshna Vata Varshe. Sitoshna, summer, winter, rainy season. They are all suffering. All the time. What kind of creation did I create? What kind of planet am I supplying all this to? Kamagdina Achyutarusha Sudurbarena. They are all so much suffering with Kamagni. So much lust, so much enjoying propensity. Have to find happiness, have to find happiness. What does matrimonial say? 4 marriages over, that fellow is still searching for 5th one. Char experiences both nahi hota. There are more people searching for second marriage and first marriage in matrimonial sites today. I don't know if you know this. That is the situation of the country today. Right? What are they searching for? A perfect partner who will love them. They are not searching for a partner whom you want to love. That's the problem. Right? You don't want to love, you want to get love. It will not happen. If you love somebody who is sitting in front of you, that's enough. No. There is so much misery. Right? So here, Parikshit Maharaj leaves the house and he goes and sits with the sages. He sits with the sages and goes to the bank of the river and says, now the next 7 days, I want to do the most important activity of my life. I was already doing, but now is the most important time. I only have 7 days and 7 nights left. That's why we call it Bhagavat Saptah. 7 days. The 7 days is not just created. It was 7 days in the past. But Bhagavat Saptah only happens in the evenings, wherever it is conducted, or sometime in the morning. But that time, 24 hours. Bhagavatam was spoken 24 hours. Nobody drank water. There was no prasad. There was no nothing. The only thing that was happening was Krishna Katha. And Krishna Katha doesn't start with Rasa Leela. There's a lot of people in the name of Bhagavad Katha do that only these days. They talk about Krishna and gopis. That comes in the 10th canto, Dashama Skanda. But before that is a preparation to go towards Krishna. First canto is the lotus feet of the Krishna. Second and third coming to his feet. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, waist, stomach, shoulders, neck. Finally the lotus face of Krishna. 10th canto. The 11th and the 12th, the crown. Right? The beauty of Krishna. This is how we have to proceed in learning Bhagavatam. And that is why there are so many cantos. And they prepare you to go towards that point. Prabhuji and Matajis, when you read Bhagavatam in your life, even once, you will be so happy. You will be so internally happy that nothing in the world can disturb you. Nothing in the world can disturb you. But if you have not read, everything in the world will disturb you. That is the problem. We are not reading what is supposed to be read. And Parikshit Maharaj wanted to leave his body with no disturbance. So he decided to read, hear Bhagavatam from a Bhagavata. And why Srimad Bhagavatam came? Quickly. Srimad Bhagavatam. Now Vedavyas wrote all the scriptures. Vedavyas wrote all the Vedas. He brought everything there. But he was not satisfied. He was not satisfied. Why? Because he established Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But he did not establish Bhakti. He talked about Krishna in Mahabharata. But he did not talk about the relationship of Krishna with the Pandavas, Krishna with Draupadi, Krishna with Gopis, Krishna with Vrindavan Vasis, Krishna. He did not talk about that loving exchange. He was completely unsatisfied. And just imagine somebody as great as Veda Vyas was written all the Vedas, Puranas, Upapuranas, Samhitas. Oh Krishna, big syllabus. Right? Veda Vyas said that 1:430 of Bhagavatam is saying, please repeat after me. I am feeling incomplete.
I am feeling incomplete.
Lo,
Lo,
I myself am fully equipped with everything required by the Vedas. No, it's a weird thing. Veda Vyas, after writing the entire Vedic scriptures, is unhappy. Something is not right. I have not completed my work. His work is completed, but he is not satisfied. He is not satisfied. At that time, his guru comes, Narad Muni. Narad Muni comes and he chastises his disciple. Now, how can anybody chastise Veda Vyas, who is a Shakti Avesh avatar of Swayam Vishnu? Right? And he is chastising his disciple. And he's telling, Narad Muni tells Vedavyas to write Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? He tells Sri Narada Vacha, Narada said, you have not actually broadcasted the sublime and spotless glories of the personality of Godhead. That philosophy which does not satisfy the transcendental sense of the Lord is considered worthless. That scripture which doesn't talk about the glories of Krishna is useless. What did you do? You gave this Veda, that Veda, Ayurveda, Dhanurveda. But what is the essence of all Vedas? Sarvasya chaham Sriti Sanniveshto Matta Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha Vedesta Sarve Ahameva Vedyo Vedanta Krit Veda Vidyavachaham. All the Vedas are there to understand me. Vedesta Sarve Ahameva Vedyo. What is the use of reading Vedas and telling I'm knowledgeable and knowledgeable if you don't understand and get any love towards Krishna? Lot of people these days they talk, I have knowledge, I have this, I am Advaita, Dvaita, Shrishta Dvaita, this Advaita, that Advaita. And where is the love for Krishna? Where are you serving Krishna? Where is your love for devotees? World is filled with jnanis, yogis, but not bhaktas. World is filled with karmis. Karmis, jnanis, yogis, they are all there everywhere, but bhaktas are not there. Krishna is saying the greatest yogi is my devotee. Because he knows where to go, how to finally approach. Right? So Veda Vyas is chastising, is getting chastised by his guru. And Ganeshji comes and finally one more thing he drafts sitting along with Veda Vyas. Writing down of Srimad Bhagavatam. Professor Matajis, the greatest gift that you can give to Ganeshji is read Bhagavatam. Read Bhagavatam. Read Bhagavad Gita. That is what Ganeshji wants. Ganeshji doesn't want our breakdance in front of him. All that gimmicks that we do, all that thapori dance that we do in front of Ganeshji. It's a torture for Ganeshji every year. Right? People do Ganesh festival and what all they do in front of Ganeshji. Hare Krishna. I went to a village. They were drinking in front of Ganeshji. Alcohol. Right? What kind of celebration is that? Ganeshji comes to give us bhakti. And Ganeshji has two big ears. There is big ears. Why? Because he likes to hear Bhagavatam. He likes to hear Katha. And he has one mouth which is closed. Because he wants to speak less and hear more. Devotion means to hear more, speak less. Otherwise, God could have created 5 mouths in 1 year, right? Why he created 1 mouth for us in 2 years? Because he wants to listen more, speak less. But what are people are doing outside? Speak more, don't listen. Don't listen. No. If you go and give advice, no run a page. The flat number is you can't give good advice to anybody. You go and tell a smoker, sir, it will spoil your health. Really? Another cigarette. Ishtam. Nikem custom. Right? People have become like that. The world is being, the Kali Purusha is entering into each house in the form of independence, individuality. Beautiful words, right? Independence and individuality. Accept me the way I am. Have you heard this? Accept me the way I am. Do you really accept everybody with the way they are? Huh? It is not possible, Baba. If you behave in a weird way, obviously people will look at you in a weird way. You are supposed to be an example for the society for good reasons, not for bad reasons. Right? But that's not the way it is working now. Independence. I like to do whatever I want to do. What I am thinking is right. How do you know what you're thinking is right or wrong? Somebody has to guide you. You will not listen to your parents, you will not listen to, of course, your boss, you will not listen to your siblings, you will not listen to your neighbors, you will not listen to police also. Whom will you listen to? Your own mind. And mind is always going to put you into trouble. Because mind is a reservoir of desires. And it will tell you to satisfy each one of the desires at the cost of anything. But if you read Bhagavatam, you can fix that mind. And Parikshit Maharaj did exactly that. He said, now I am going to sit and hear Bhagavatam. And Vedavyas also did that. He gave the scripture which is going to make our mind surrender to Krishna. Right? Without Bhagavatam, you can't do that. You need examples, you need philosophy, which is going to attract you towards Krishna. And through Bhagavatam, Vedavyas is assuring, Narad Muni is assuring that, hey Vedavyas, you give this Bhagavatam. And with this Bhagavatam, everybody will get some understanding of who is Krishna. They will experience some rasa. They'll experience some rasa. And if they experience this rasa, they cannot go away from Krishna. Is it verse? Navai janojato katanchana abrajet mukunda sevi anyavad anga samshriti smaran mukundangri. I'm forgetting the smaran mukundangri upaguhanam puna. Hare Krishna. Vihatum ichchena rasagraha jana. Once you get that rasagraha, no, beautiful verse. He's saying that anybody who has read Bhagavatam, just hear this attentively. Anybody who has read this Bhagavatam, once they get that rasa, once they understand a little bit about Krishna, even if they fall down in their material life, they will never leave Krishna. Even if they want to run away from Krishna, Krishna will hold them. What assurance is given? Prabhu, everything you do in the satsang and bhakti, it will catch you at the time of death. Krishna is not going to leave you alone. Navai jano jato. Navai jano jato. People, jana, the normal people. Right? Navai jano jato katanchana abrajet. Katanchana means somehow or the other. Abrajet, they'll fall down. People in general, somehow or the other. Mukunda sevi anyavad anga samshriti. Mukunda sevi, the people who have tasted the nectar at the lotus feet of Mukunda, the people who have tasted Bhagavatam, anyavad, not like other people. They're not like other people. Other people go to hell, samshriti. But Mukunda sevi, the people who have read Bhagavatam, understood the nectar of Bhagavatam, smaran mukundangri. He's saying they'll remember Mukundangri, the lotus feet of Mukundangri, Upaguhanam Puna. They will not take birth again. Puna. Why? Because Vihatum Ichchena. Ichchena means desires. Vihatum Ichchena Rasagraha Jana. They have understood the rasa. Prabhujis and Matajis, I don't know if you're able to assimilate what I'm saying. Even if you turn one page of Bhagavatam and you understood one page of Bhagavatam, Krishna is assuring that he will not take birth again. पता नहीं आप लोगों को यकीन है? Are you getting the faith? Who is telling this to whom? Narad Muni is telling Vedavyas at this point. He's saying, Vedavyas, you give this Bhagavatam to them. And even if they get a little bit of rasa out of this, they will not take birth again. And Mukundangri, Lord Mukunda, who relieves you from the cycle of birth and death, he is going to come and take these people back home, back to body. Right? Such is Bhagavatam. Now, who is Sukadeva Goswami? Srila Sukadeva Goswami, quickly. Sukadeva Goswami is the son of Vyasadeva. Right? Now, Sukadeva Goswami's role is he is the one who told Bhagavatam. Now, Vedavyas heard Bhagavatam. Right? Like Sukadeva Goswami is actually a parrot from Srimati Radharani. And he appears here. Now, Sukadeva Goswami, he heard Bhagavatam because when Vedavyas was translating Bhagavatam, he was also telling his wife, and his wife, boom, Sukadeva Goswami sitting, he heard the entire Bhagavatam. And after hearing Bhagavatam, he understood that the most important activity in life is to serve Krishna, is to get love of Krishna. But the problem with this material world is, as soon as I come out, I will get attracted to Maya. Right? As soon as I go into the balcony, what do I see? Some scenic beauty. Maya. Which will tell everything is going on nicely. Nothing is going on nicely. Death can come anytime. People are suffering. Actually, people are suffering, but they think they are not suffering. Today's biggest problem is to convince people that they are suffering. Because they think they are not suffering. Because that is Maya. They feel they have mobiles, they have money, there is house, there is position, there is everything. Where am I suffering? They will get disease, they will go to Continental Hospital. There also they are not feeling they are suffering. I have insurance, I have assurance. They are put into ICU with a ventilator. There also they are not suffering. Ventilator is working. How do you convince that fool? अरे पिछोड़ा सस्तुना रहा नो पागल तू मरने वाला है. Still they are not. This is called Maya. Maya means that which is not. You cannot convince people that they are suffering. That is the biggest one. But the person who is convinced that he is suffering will take the medicine of Bhagavatam. If you take Bhagavatam, if you feed so much dinner prasad to somebody who is not hungry, what will happen? Indigestion will happen. Indigestion will happen. Or he will not appreciate. But somebody who has done upavas, and then you are taking the prasadam in front of him. Very bold. He'll appreciate where there is hunger. Their digestion also will be. We should not eat when we are not hungry. Why? It will not digest. How do you know that you are hungry? When there is fire in the belly. There has to be fire in the belly. When fire is there in the belly, you eat, it will digest. When you are hungry, you eat. If you are not hungry, don't eat. Don't keep a schedule. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, dinner. You don't have to keep that schedule. Ayurveda says, when you are hungry, eat. No, you might say, Prabhu, I'm hungry all the time. You're not hungry all the time. You cannot be hungry all the time. Your mind, your senses are hungry. But your stomach is hungry only once in a while. Right? So eat when you are hungry and it will digest. Same way, Bhagavatam, you need to be convinced that you are suffering. You need to be able to see. And that work is also done by Bhagavatam. When you read Bhagavatam, you will understand that you are suffering. How? The greatest of the kings in Bhagavatam you're going to read the stories where the greatest of the kings with all opulence in the world, they suffered. They had everything, but they suffered. Oh my God. There are so many stories. If I get into those stories, then time will go. I will not go into the stories. Or should I tell one story? No.
Yes.
My wife told no.
Yes.
My wife told no. But I will not listen to my wife. Because I am taking strength from all of you. One simple story I'll tell from 9th canto. There used to be a king called King Pururava. Now this king was such a muscular and a strong and a beautiful and a handsome and a strong person, that the glories of his body, his wealth, his strength were spread across the whole world like a celebrity. King Purura was like a celebrity. The whole planet, women are like, really? Is there a person like that? Who's so beautiful? Who's so strong? Who is so intelligent? Who is so powerful? He is such a kind of thing. No, it's very difficult to find such person. Don't even try to compare. There is no Purura on the planet now. He was so handsome that even the celestial women in the heavenly planets were getting the news about Purura. And one of the great celestial ladies, Urvashi, she heard about Purura. Purura is so beautiful, handsome. I want to do union with him. And she came in front of Purura. And Urvashi knows how to stand and attract somebody. She stood in a position and gave a kind of glance. Pururava's heart was surrendered. Finish. Ho gaya. Pururava looked at Urvashi, and Urvashi told him that you are the most powerful and the most beautiful king, very intelligent also. Why don't you marry me? I want to marry you. Wow, the greatest, gorgeous, most beautiful Apsara on the planet higher than you is coming to your planet, Bhuloka, and telling Pururava that I want to marry you. I want to associate with you. And Pururava is like, done. Yes, I'm ready. Yes. But she said, but there are few conditions. I can marry you. And this can happen, but few conditions. What are the conditions? I have 2 lambs, goats, lambs. They are very dear to me. You should take care of them. Right? And I'm coming from a celestial region. I'm coming from higher planetary systems. In our planet, people don't walk naked. Yeah, you can be naked when you're in bed with me, but not outside. You cannot appear naked outside. Because we live a decent life. In celestial planets also, people wear proper clothes, not torn jeans. So, you have to appear good. And immediately he said, Purura said, yes, perfect. Done. This is very simple things for me. So, they both got married. He married Urvashi. And they were leading a good, sensual, happiness life. And one night, while Purura was with her, at that time, there were some Gandharvas who came and stole those 2 lambs. Those 2 lambs were outside, and they stole them. And at that time, immediately Urvashi looked at Pururava and said, what kind of a husband are you? You're not protecting the lambs that you promised that you'll protect. What are you doing here with me? Go, get my lambs. What is the use of you having all these weapons and this great muscular body and so-called strength that you're popular for? I never thought that you can't even protect my 2 lambs. She started. That fellow's, like Kshatriya, blood got boiled. He said, I immediately want to get your lambs. That is the least thing I can do. And he ran outside and got the 2 lambs from the Gandharvas. And Gandharvas, they have celestial bodies. They can lit their bodies like tubelights. They don't need electricity. They get so much effulgence, Gandharvas. And as soon as they lit their bodies, the whole place was filled with light. And here is Pururava holding the 2 lambs standing naked. And immediately Urvashi looked at Pururava and she said, you've broken the promise that you gave me. Now I can't be your wife anymore. And she left. And after that, this king Pururava got so much attached to the enjoyment with Urvashi that he wanted Urvashi at any cost. He was going around city by city, country by country, searching, asking, where is Urvashi? Where is Urvashi? Where is Urvashi? Where? How can I again associate with her? How can I get back my wife? How can I? Urvashi left. Years and years. Kamagnina Achyutarusha Sudurparena. Kamagnina. It's true. Lust exists even today. And this personality goes around everywhere and he is not getting Urvashi. And finally he sees Urvashi sitting with 5 other gentlemen in Kurukshetra. And shamelessly he goes and falls at the feet of Urvashi and says, "Oh my dear Urvashi, please come back to my house. I cannot live without you. My life is wasted without you." And all the other 5 gentlemen are looking at this king of the world, begging in front of a woman, "Please come back." And Urvashi tells Bhagavad Gita to Pururava, "You, what kind of a person are you? You are attracted to this body? This body which will rot into ash, mud and stool at the end? What kind of intelligence do you have? You are the king of the world and you are desperate to associate with me. I'm just one other woman. And this is what is your thought? This is what you think?" But Pururava doesn't get it. He says, in spite of hearing all that, "No, I still want that flat in Zenith. That car with 4 zeros, Audi. That job in Microsoft. That this, that, arey, pagal, this will not give you happiness. I still want that." So, he told, "Okay. Okay, this is what you want? Okay. Once in a year, I will come to you. Once in a year. And you can have a child from me. Once in a year. I'll give you one child and I'll go." And this king, in spite of knowing that once in a year condition, he suffered for 364 days to get that one day, 365th day, where he can associate with her. Can you imagine? Such a great king was ruling the whole planet. You can't imagine somebody ruling the whole planet. How many years are ruling Nalganda? Anybody? How many years are ruling your own block? How many are ruling this floor?
Not even the flight.
Not even. I'm not even ruling my own planet. Hare Krishna. How can you understand somebody is ruling the whole planet? And that person is desperate to associate with a woman for one night in a year. Right? And then he is happy associating with her, and this is how the end, the story ends. Now, Prabhuji, what kind of ending is this? This is what happened when Prabhupada translated 9th canto. What chapter is it? 15th chapter? I forgot, sorry, please forgive me. 9th canto, 9th chapter, I think. And Prabhupada ended the story. Then all disciples of Srila Prabhupada are like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Until Aila Gita comes in 11th canto, where King Pururava is told the meaning of life, and then he surrenders to Krishna, and then he understands, "Oh Krishna, what did I do? What did I do with my life? How fool I was that I dedicated my entire intelligence to sense gratification, just to satisfy this tongue, this belly, and these genitals. This life is not to satisfy these 3 things. These 3 things can be satisfied even by an animal. Even an animal can eat nicely, have more children, and an animal can also live luxuriously. That is not the goal of a human life. Just imagine if this lesson was taught to us as one of the chapters in our engineering or our BCom, MCom, or CA, how different we would have lived our life. Prabhuji's Bhagavatam has to be taught in every single education institution. But how will that happen? There is no Bhagavatam in those places. But you can keep Bhagavatam in every place. You can keep. With your money, you can donate a Bhagavatam to a temple, to a Purohit, to a Brahmana, to a school, to a college, to a library. You can keep Bhagavatam. That's the greatest service, Prabhus. Prabhu, but who will read? Somebody will read. That is not your business. You know a time bomb, right? At the right time it will blast. Bhagavatam is a spiritual bomb. You keep it, it will blast one day. And when it blasts, it will not destruct anything, it will save everything. Bhagavatam remained in my house for 3 years. 3 years. My Shiksha Guru gifted me Bhagavatam on my birthday. He brought it, I still remember the day. He came to my house on my birthday morning, it was snowing in November in Boston, dead snow, very cold. He is wearing all these gloves. Early in the morning, 6 o'clock, I am seeing somebody at the door, opened the door, my Shiksha Guru, merciful. He brings the Bhagavatam saying, Prabhu, this is a gift for you on your birthday. I have never seen such a heavy gift. 25 kgs. Prabhuji, क्या है इसके अंदर? Prabhu, this will save you. It's a gift I am giving. It not only saved me, it saved my family, my father's soul, and today so many families in Rachel. That one single Bhagavatam. This act of giving with faith. I kept Bhagavatam in the rack. I used to look at it every day. When will I read this? And Bhagavatam used to look at me every day. Read me. I am alive. I can tell you what is needed. One final day, I sat down. When I got some reversals in life, I sat down. I kept everything else aside. 14 hours a day, I read. 1 hour I ate and whatever, 2 hours I slept. 14 hours a day. 4 months, like a mad fellow, I finished all the 12 cantos of Bhagavatam. And then I understood. I wasted my life. So far. My father also finished Bhagavatam. My wife also finished Bhagavatam in my house. My mother is almost in the finishing stage of Bhagavatam. She is also reading. Looking at me, my children also started reading Bhagavatam. Right? Looking at all of us, even the neighbors started reading Bhagavatam. And when we are receiving so much happiness by reading, did you like the story of Purva? This is not a best story from Bhagavatam, but it tells you a message. That even the greatest king was not satisfied with the most beautiful woman on the planet. What do we think we are trying to search in this planet? What do you think we are searching in this planet? We are not going to find anything here except rejection, dejection, and agony. Nothing you will get here. But if you connect yourself to Krishna, then you will get everything that you need. Everything that you need, including the best partner, including the best children, including the best family, including the best neighbors, including the best happiness. You will get. Even the best boss also you will get. Yes. My boss knows when to disturb this fellow, he knows that I read Bhagavatam. I'm telling you, this is the truth. Krishna will take care of everything. You think you're too busy? You're too busy because you're not allowing Krishna to work. Can you imagine Krishna doing programming? Or Krishna creating a functional document? Functional design, technical design, architecture document, whatever, database design. Do you think Krishna cannot make these documents? He can make. If you read Bhagavatam,
What he got.
he can do everything for you. Prabhujis and Matajis, you have to tell Krishna, I want you. Everything else Krishna will take care. Your family, your job, everything will keep it aside until you finish Bhagavatam. And once you finish Bhagavatam, even though all the difficulties will come in your life, you will have the consciousness to save yourself. That is Bhagavatam. And when the Bhagavatam give to somebody, Hare Krishna, that is Krishna's ultimate happiness. Right? Ultimate happiness. It's like, my devotee is not only wanting to come back to me, he is trying to bring others also. He is trying to give it to all my lost children. Right? So Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami, I was telling that Sukadeva Goswami is the womb of Vedavyas, and he heard Bhagavatam. Now what is the problem? He heard Bhagavatam, he knows what is Maya, so he told, I am not going to come out of the womb. अरे ये कैसे होता है? 1 year passed, 2 years passed. 2-year-old child in the womb of a mother. Can you think about it? 2-year-old child. How old is she?
5.
Can you imagine she inside Mataji's stomach right now? You can't imagine. Right? How old are you? Stand up once, come in. Can you imagine him inside the womb right now? 12 years. Any 14-year-old? Come in. But I want to understand what is that. Just imagine, what is your name, beta? Huh? Kritika. Just imagine Kritika inside the womb of her mother right now. Thank you. Please sit down. A child is always in the womb of her mother. Mother always sees the child like that. But Sukadeva Goswami was inside the womb of his mother for 14 years. 16 years, sorry, 16 years. Any 16-year-old here? 16 years he was inside the womb. And still he is saying, I will not come out. And Vedavyas said, अब मेरे से नहीं होगा. I cannot convince my son. He called Krishna. Krishna, you come and speak to my son. This fellow is saying he will not come out. Why? If I come out, I am going to be covered with Maya. I am going to see artificial beauty. Everything will be artificial. I am not going to come out. Krishna said, that's okay. I will be there with you. Come out. No, Krishna, I know. Your Maya Shakti is as strong as you want it to be. I am not going to fall for it. I don't want to. Because as soon as I come out, the three gunas will catch me. Sattva-guna, Raja-guna, Tama-guna. I feel I am very good. Sattva-guna. I am very passionate. My desires. Raja-guna. Everything is for my enjoyment only. Tama-guna. I don't want to fall into this trap. That's why I not come out. And Krishna told, but you already are in the womb. It's against the nature that you can stay inside. You have to come out. You already come into the material world. You're supposed to come out. Sukadeva Goswami said, I am still not in the material world because I am in the womb of my mother. As soon as I come out of the womb, the Maya Shakti will hit me. I'm already in a way in the material world, but not in a way because I'm still inside protected. If you promise me that your Maya will not work on me, I'll come out. Whole material world is working on Maya only. Maya prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Heturayena kaunteya jagat viparivardhate. Maya prakriti. According to my order, the whole prakriti, Maya is working. Durga Devi is working. How can he change the order now? But finally Krishna, looking at the situation of Vedavyas, told, okay, I'm going to give you a benediction. You will be the only person who is coming out of the womb of his mother, but he will never get influenced by Maya. The Trigunas will not affect you. Triguna Vishyo Veda, Nistrigunya Bhavardhana, Nirbandhva Nitvasatvasto, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. Krishna is telling to Arjuna, raise yourself above the Trigunas by performing bhakti, by performing your duty as bhakti. Right? Don't get affected by Satvaguna also. Satvaguna also will keep you here only. You do dan, you have to take bhakti again to take benefit of that dan. You are nice to be getting the result, you have to come back again. So finally he says, you can come out, but Maya will not touch you. And here comes out Sukadeva Goswami, the most beautiful child, so beautiful, because can you imagine, have you seen the complexion of small children? So nice, right? So nice. They're so gentle. If you touch it, it will become red. They're so soft that they hold you. Just imagine a 16-year-old boy with that complexion. Can't even imagine that. You're not even seeing that. No beauty parlor can make you like that. Right? Beautiful complexion, beautiful skin, beautiful effulgence, and filled with Bhagavatam knowledge. A sadhu with effulgence of Brahma coming out of him, and he is coming out of the body. Right? So beautiful. And Vedavyas's wife is like, oh, my beautiful son has come out, and this person comes out and starts walking out. He just took birth. He just appeared and is walking into the forest. And Vedavyas is running. Right? And here is Vedavyas, you can see in the small picture here, he is running. And here is Sukadeva Goswami. Just see. Right? And what is this, all these women, these girls? There were a lot of girls who were young girls who were taking bath in a river, in a pond. Right? And as soon as they looked at Sukadeva Goswami, all of them got up and they're like, how beautiful this boy is. And behind him, Vedavyas is running, hey, beta, ruko, we're not spoken, please wait. And as soon as Vedavyas came, all the girls, they lifted all the clothes and they covered themselves. And Vedavyas is shocked, hey, what is this? I am an old man. My son is a young boy. You were not feeling shy, in front of my young boy, but I am an old man in front of you, in front of me, you are covering your private parts. What is this? Are you all amazed? Do you know the reason why? Because Sukadeva Goswami was transcendental to these three modes. He was not seeing a girl or a boy, he was seeing a soul. And when somebody is like that, you will not feel shy in front of that person. Even the girls understood. He is not looking at us with any lust. He is not looking at us with any desire. He is just looking at us in a mood of service. They did not feel anything. But Vedavyas, even though he is the one who wrote all the Vedas, but it's not like he is covered with Maya. But through this pastime, they are telling that Sukadeva Goswami is so great. Right? And Sukadeva Goswami was ridiculed by everybody. Nobody can understand a sadhu. And the beautiful verse. Yanisa sarva bhutanam tasyam jagriti samyami yasyam jagriti bhutani sanisa pashyasam. In second chapter. What is the meaning of that? What is night for all beings? Please repeat after me. What is night for all beings? Is a time of awakening for the self-control. And the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective stage. What is the meaning of that? Nobody will understand what people, no outside person will understand what these people are hearing for the last 2.5 hours. Did you realize it's 2.5 hours? I went to toilet 2 times and came back. I'm just telling you. This is called Bhagavat, the beauty of Bhagavat. Right? What a sadhu is, outside people can understand. And what outside people are doing will never attract a sadhu. What people experience when they come to satsang, only they will understand what they are getting in satsang. Outside people can understand. But unfortunate people are those who are sitting in the satsang but not understanding what is happening. Uska kya hoga karya? Right? Let's become fortunate. You can become fortunate. Maybe some of you are thinking, probably I'm still not experiencing. You will experience if you have Bhagavatam in your house. Start reading Bhagavatam, right? So, the questions. Now, finally, what we covered? Who is Parikshit Maharaj? Why he went to the bank of Ganga? Why Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken? And who is Sukadeva Goswami? Now, all the things come at one place. Sukadeva Goswami has come to the bank of Ganga. Parikshit Maharaj has come to the bank of Ganga. Right? And Bhagavatam is going to be spoken. And Bhagavatam is asked 2 questions. I'll quickly go through. Now, here is the scene. Beautiful painting, made by some wonderful devotee. Right? It's a beautiful painting. Whole universe is sitting. The news went throughout the world, broadcasted more faster than any Instagram or any Twitter or anything. In those days, it all went through. All the devatas, Mukkoti Devata, Lord Shiva, Brahma, everybody, all the great sages, Saptarishis, All the great sages, they all came and sat in the assembly because now the greatest conversation was going to happen. The greatest conversation was going to happen between a king who is going to die in 7 days and a great sage who is not touched by the 3 modes of material nature. They both are going to have a samvad, and that samvad is Srimad Bhagavatam, is in our house right now. The greatest wealth. The greatest, it can't be understood by outside people. It can't be understood. And what is a consciousness? Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyaste jnanam jnananas tattvadarshina. Tattvadarshina, the one who knows the complete knowledge, is giving that jnana to the person who is inquisitive, who is asking questions. He is not questioning, he is inquisitively inquiring. With respectfully is inquiring. And what kind of questions? Whole Bhagavatam is filled with questions and answers. And he's praising, you are the spiritual master of the great saints and devotees, and therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons and especially for the one who is about to die. He's telling, please tell me the knowledge that is important for a person who is going to die. Yes, Sukadeva Goswami, tell me. And he's going further. Please let me know what a man should hear. Please repeat after me. Please let me know.
Please let me know
What a man should hear.
what a man should hear.
Chant. Remember. And worship. Most important now. And also what he should not do. Please explain all this to me. So if you're already doing some unnecessary things in life, that also will go away when you read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam gives you Krishna Gyan but also removes the baggage. Unnecessary baggage that has come through media and storybooks and movies. All that also has to be removed. You have to understand the true purity of God. Right? All the doubts have to be removed. That Bhagavatam will remove. Today morning when beautiful doubt was cleared. I always had this doubt. Lord Rama, when Vali and Sugriva were fighting, Sugriva gets beaten up badly and he comes and says, why didn't you save me? And Lord Rama says, I couldn't recognize who is who. And I always had this doubt, how is this possible? Lord Rama is the supreme personality of God, it is supreme. How can he not recognize? Come on, give me a break. Right? How can he not recognize who is Sugriva and who is Vali? How many have this question? You don't have this question? Or you already know the answer? Why Lord Ram could not recognize Sugriva between Vali and Sugriva? Do you know the answer?
No, I had the question.
You also had the question? Hare Krishna. How many? Okay, maybe you did not think about it so much. But if you logically have. Now, if somebody comes.
Actually, I was thinking like this means. I was thinking there's something very beautiful which I might not understand.
Yes.
There's something which I
Something that you need to know. Right? Now, just imagine, these days all conversions happen. One fellow will come and tell you one day that, your Lord Ram can't even figure out who is his friend, who is the enemy, what kind of God you have.
He wanted to teach
What is the answer?
He wanted to teach the lesson to Sugriva.
What is that lesson?
He has not prayed Lakshmana.
See, Haribo, that is the answer. When Lord Rama and Lakshmana came to meet Sugriva, Sugriva offered a seat to Lord Rama, but he did not offer a seat to Lakshmana. Lakshmana didn't expect also, he was just standing. But that's a very bad thing to do. But Ram kept that in his mind. He just kept it in his mind. And when the right time came, when the war was happening between Sugriva and Vali, Ram allowed Vali to give nice beating to Sugriva. He beated him like a pulp, almost killed him. And then Lord Ram is like, okay, now come and talk to me. Sugriva is all beaten up. Pura 36 daan nikal diya. What is this, Ram? What is this? You should have saved me. You only asked me to go and fight. You told you will save me. What is this? He said, I was not able to recognize you. No, Lord Ram also is a great, he has a great sense of humor. Don't think Ram is a Gambhir or like that. No, he has a great sense of humor. He didn't recognize you. Okay, Lakshmana, do a thing. Put a garland on this fellow. And Lakshmana came, and when he was putting garland, Sugriva was like, please put me that garland. And he bowed down to Lakshmana. Then Lord Ram was convinced, okay, now this fellow has given respect to Lakshmana. Now you go, now I'll save you. Lord Ram finishes the equation that pastime only. Everything done and there. That's why Lord Ram did not come in Mahabharata. If Lord Ram would come in Mahabharata, there would not be Duryodhana, there would not be battlefield only. He'll take one Dhanush, pat, like he killed 14,000 brothers of Ravana in that Dandakaranya forest. Pat, he'll kill the entire Kauravas. Arjuna will be wondering, what is my talent for? No Bhagavad Gita, no Gita, I'm already finished everybody. But Krishna is not like that. Purna Purushottama Krishna. He wants to enjoy Nasaraj. He'll put everybody in the battlefield and he'll sit there and watch. He'll teach lessons everywhere, isn't it? So how will you clear your doubts unless you have the proper knowledge in front of you? That Bhagavatam will clear. Bhagavatam will clear. A lot of doubts about Lord Krishna, about so many avatars, there's so many devotees, and he'll bring the right consciousness inside you. So he's telling what he should not do also, Bhagavatam will tell. Please tell me the answer. Please repeat after me. The fortunate King Parikshit, inquiring further, said, O Brahmana, please describe in full detail how and where the mind has to be applied and how the conception can be fixed so that the dirty things in a person's mind can be removed. Prabhuji, you all want to be happy, but your mind will not allow you to be happy. If you have Bhagavatam in your house, every day you are reading the purpose of Prabhupada and reading Bhagavatam, your mind will become happy. I am giving you guaranteed happiness. Prabhupada is saying guaranteed happiness. Even in the suffering material world, you can be happy if you read Bhagavatam. There are classes of Bhagavatam also. If you take the Bhagavatam set, you can also join the classes. There are 2-3 devotees who are conducting weekly Bhagavatam classes. You can join them online. There is a Mataji's class also my wife conducts. Every after, what is the time? 12 to 1. Every day, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. You just be part of that class. In 3-4 years, you'll finish entire Bhagavatam. You can read Bhagavatam. Matajis can read. Even Prabhujis can read. You know, lunchtime in office, why do you want to discuss? And what do you want to discuss? Read Bhagavatam. Hear Bhagavatam for some time. Right? You can always do that. Subbarao Prabhu, you know, is one of our congregation devotees. He finished the entire Bhagavatam in 3.5 years with close to 30 people online, 2 times in a week. Tuesday and Thursday. He used to do earlier. Now he has changed it to another day. They finished entire Bhagavatam. And they are so happy. Just imagine. Anybody here who attends the class? Prabhuji attends, right? Hare Krishna. Muralidhar Prabhu.
Yeah,
Recently he started.
After Bhagavatam, he told you.
Hare Krishna. And Prabhuji donated 12 sets of Bhagavatam. 12 sets to Brahmanas. Krishna will reciprocate that. Last life, khatam. Going back. Bahut ho gaya. No more material world. I want to go back to the spiritual world. But before I go, I'll make sure I'll also take another 12 people with me. So Rohit is taking 12 people with me. And next year also will donate. Next year also. Prabhuji, donation is very important. Charity is very important. Don't become too jackadified with your money. Jackadified, Hindi and English together. Jakad jate hain hote na log. They become stiff holding their money in their bank accounts, thinking if this is gone, what will happen to me? You give it to Krishna and see how he will reciprocate. If you have Bhagavatam, donate Bhagavatams. We have reached 340 Bhagavatam sets. When we started, what was the number? 0. All this is happening because devotees are coming forward every year. Last year we did 434 Bhagavatam sets. You saw the video, right? And so many Brahmanas were happy taking it. You think the Brahmanas are not blessing those families? Yes, and this year we're planning to do it in Bhadrachalam Dham. You all can come to Bhadrachalam. We'll have a yatra to Bhadrachalam. You can see in front of your eyes so many Purohits, Veda Pandits, Brahmanas. And you yourself can also take this from the hands of a sadhu. His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vinod Maharaj, His Holiness Sukadev Maharaj, His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu. and my most dear Shiksha Guru, his name is Radhesham Prabhu. Everybody is going to come, and all the devotees. Mahesh Prabhu will be there. The one who is taking care of all of you. He also will be there. Blessing all of you. Take Bhagavatam. Forgive Bhagavatam. This should be an act of service dharma every year. So, set is already here. First canto has so many beautiful chapters about the sages, questions of the sages, questions of Parikshit Maharaj, and the conversation between Narad Muni and Vedavyas. What did you do? You wasted your time. You should have written Bhagavatam. All the things are being discussed in the first canto. Pandavas retiring and Bhishma leaving his body. Second canto is cosmic manifestation. The whole creation process of this whole, no science can explain. Bhagavatam explains how this world got created, how the universe, technical details. Third canto, the status quo, right? How a soul grows in the womb. The discussion between Devahuti and Kapila Dev, son and the mother discussing, right? Kardama Muni pastime, the beautiful marriage of Kardama Muni and Devahuti, husband and wife, how are they supposed to live, how are they supposed to serve, all these things are mentioned here. Canto 4, the creation of the fourth order. Dhruva Maharaj pastime, I'm just telling the main ones. King Puranjana, oh my god, this is one of the favorite pastimes of mine, the last of fourth canto. Right? And Sati, the whole incident of Sati is also explained. Manus, canto 5, activities of Priyavrat Maharaj, and the discussion between Jada Bharata and Rahugana, Bharat Maharaj. This is unbelievable talks which you will not hear outside. If you read them, your life will change just by reading the conversation, especially about between Jada Bharata and Rahugana, right? And so many other things. I can't just go through the whole thing. Probably can share this PPT slides with them, right? Prescribed duties to the mankind. Sixth canto, Narayana Kavacha. The life of Ajamil. Hare Krishna. Vritrasura pastime. Oh my God, Vritrasura. One of the beautiful pastimes where a demon is a better devotee than Indra. King Chitraketu. If your children will hear all this, you don't need to give any value education class. They will get what they need to hear. But for that, you need to know first. Seventh canto, the favorite canto of Lord Krishna also. Because when Lord Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every day he wanted to hear seventh canto. Because seventh canto is Prahalad Lila, Narsimdev. And Prahalad Lila we only know a little bit. But more description, what happened after Hiranyakashipu was killed. What did Prahalad do on this planet? What kind of teachings he left? So many things are there. And canto 8, withdrawal of the cosmic creations. Gajendra Moksha. Samudra Manthan Lila. Right? And you don't think that the Leela is the way you saw in a movie. No. That did not even show 1% of what exactly happened there. But you learn here. Bali Maharaj, Vaman Dev, the pastime there. And liberation, 9th canto. King Pururava. Where is that chapter? Where here? 914. Pururava enchanted by Urvashi. This was chapter 914. Right? Just one little pastime I told you. Just imagine if you read this whole thing. King Ranti Dev also comes in 9th canto. Now comes Krishna. After all this, Samam Bonam. 90 plus chapters. 4 books. Everything that you need to know about Lord Krishna. Swayam being expressed by Lord Krishna. And 11th canto, the general history and Uddhava Gita. The epitome of, if you think Bhagavad Gita is the greatest Krishna gave, you hear this Uddhava Gita, you'll be amazed. Right? And the prayers, many. And finally, the age of deterioration, 12th canto. Where again, there is a lot of this Bhumi Gita, there is Markandeya prayers, disappearance of Krishna happens in 11th canto, but finally it concludes with most important conclusion that chanting of Hare Krishna is the highest. Right? Chanting of holy names is the highest dharma in this age of Kali Yuga. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Kevalam, Kalala Nasteva Gatiranya. Glories of Bhagavatam, there are so many that, there are so many amazing things. 18,000 plus verses. 10 pages a day if you read. You can finish Bhagavatam in 5 years. Right? It's called Amala Puran, spotless Puran. And highest standard of Sanskrit. Even the Vedic scholars who read Bhagavatam, they told, this kind of Sanskrit we have not seen in any other Puranas. Extraordinary words are used, right? And so many other things. Anyone who seriously tries to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, who properly hears and chants it with devotion, becomes completely liberated. It is a benediction given in the 12th canto, 13th chapter, 18th verse. And there is this family, this mother, Arudha Mataji. Only thing she taught her son is Bhagavatam. And this is her son from her childhood. Homeschooled him in America, in Boise, in one of the cities. And today he is a PhD professor in University of Cambridge. Just by reading and hearing Bhagavatam. Now this can't be repeated whimsically. Right? Great sannyasi, His Holiness Hanumat Preksha Maharaj comes to the house. Prabhuji and Mataji, what is here is the only thing people need to know, and they will be happy in life. And Srila Prabhupada, how can we thank him? Not by, we can just fold our hands and thank him. Even on his bed, when he was leaving his body, as you can see in the picture, right? He was translating Bhagavatam problems. Even in the last days, last hours of his life, he was finishing translation of Bhagavatam, right? So we can only thank such people by the way scriptures itself say that you cannot thank people who gave you Bhagavatam. The only thing you can do, put a little water in your hand, fold your hands, and tell thank you very much. You can't give it back. Right? You can't give back this, but you can give back by one way, is distribute Bhagavatam. So Bhadra Purnima just passed. We have resolved that we'll do 750 Bhagavatam sets. We have reached so far 340. Still a lot to go. You all can do your part. Everybody does a little, and we will reach a number that will satisfy the Supreme Lord. It's not a number game. It's a point of staying focused to do our best. And I'm already grateful to all devotees here who already taken Bhagavatam and who already donated last year also. But do it every year and do more. Convey a message to Lord Krishna. Last year I did 1, this year I'll do 2. Last year I did 4, this year I'll do 8. Just keep adding and depend on him that he will extend that mercy. As a couple you will benefit, as kids will benefit, parents will benefit, society will benefit, everybody will benefit. If you read Bhagavatam together, seriously, there won't be any fight in the house. Right? Children also will get the best environment in the house. Parents will be satisfied and leave their bodies with assurance that they have understood Bhagavatam, and their children also are going to do everything rightfully for them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Nidai Gaur Hare Premanande. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I took more time than planned. Thank you very much, Lodi, for inviting. Please forgive me if I spoke anything wrong. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. भक्त विघ्नाश सिंहदेव भगवान की श्रीमद प्रहलाद महाराज की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्रीमद भागवतम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की श्री भद्र पूर्णिमा की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की महेश प्रभु एंड प्रशांति माता जी की अपर्णा जनित कांग्रेगेशन की निताई और हरि प्रेमानंद इंद्र एकादशी महामहोत्सव की हरे कृष्णा. So Prabhuji and Mataji, until now we are just like Sukadeva Goswami inside the home. So everything is nice. The moment we go outside the door, Mayadevi will attack. So before she attacks, start commenting what Bhagavatams you want to donate or you want to take. Please come forward and take this Bhagavatam. They don't cost anything much for what we have, what God has given us. Right? So Prabhuji will tell you the prices. I think you would have already told. Keep Bhagavatam in your house. One day I read, one day you will also read. If you don't have, what is the possibility of reading? Right? Or your son will pick up one day, he'll give it in your hands and say, please read for me. And you'll start reading. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki